Oh, hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, wait. Connected to microphone. Okay, how is my voice? Does it sound fine?
You're fine, dude.
Okay, good, good. Let me just.
All good?
Oh, yeah, we're good, we're good. Just have
Are we
to.
recording?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just have to check my. Let's see. This thing. What is this? Why is it so dark? Just one second. Okay, back. Oh shit! You know that.
What is
Uh,
that?
the PC fucking scared me. PC
Right
was.
now.
Oh, not now. During the
Oh, yeah, yeah. You,
this
you
thing.
told me that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the
And then you
fuck?
got it repaired,
Yeah,
the
I
power
actually
unit, something.
no, the power unit was fine. It was just I think like
Hmm.
loose connection and you had to
Oh,
fix
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I got to uh
Zap.
yeah no before that I was like I think the cleaning helped because it turned on only the RAM sticks were not like fitted in properly.
Okay.
So yeah, so I got to like clean the whole fucking thing,
Nice.
replaced everything. So yeah, like that. Okay, cool.
Oh,
That
that's
shit is
good
set.
shit.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Good shit. Now, mom was also telling me the same. She was like, Hota, you panicked. Then
Well,
now he's fine. So it's all good.
I
And so
kind
it's
of,
all good. And so
kind
it's
of.
all. Oh, okay.
So, like, I have more. There's more than panic. It was like
Fuck, I need
annoyance.
to get this shit done.
Yeah, it's a lot of no. It takes up a lot of time. It's a lot of like diagnostics is a fucking fuck trip only. I don't like diagnostics trip at all. Like, it's just
And you had it quite a few times now, eh?
I've had it with like that's the thing with every device in the phones I have it with. It's like it's part of the fucking thing at this point, but it's just like annoying.
Yeah.
That's why like I think during the laptop time and all, I was like I was fucked because you know what happened to my laptop, right? It got like the windows got opened when it was raining, and yeah, the laptop
Oh,
got
yeah.
wet.
Fuck, yeah.
So
Same
yeah,
thing happened to mine. But mine was nothing compared to your fucking laptop, man. It was the old fucking
mm.
Dell. All I did was I fucking put it apart, hung it on the clothesline, it dried, and then it worked for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So,
No, this one the
yeah,
motherboard fried. The motherboard fried. The
yeah.
keyboard fried. Oh fuck.
No, dude.
Yeah.
So, what might have happened was it might have run when the water was there,
It was my
you know.
PC's usually no. Actually, this time it wasn't. It wasn't running. Yeah, I had turned it off.
Oh, really? It
Yeah,
wasn't running and it
it
still
wasn't
got
running.
fucked.
But it's no. It's always connected in charge. It's a fucking basically mobile desktop.
Then fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm turning it on, and it's like one fucking 10 or 15 beeping sounds, loud fucking beeping sounds. I am like, oh my god, this is a fucking
Bad
horror
news.
film. Yeah, like what the fuck, right? And that's the thing. So like 2 indicates something, 4 indicates something, 15 like yo, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling him. He's like, "Oh, this is usually like a big problem. This is like either GPU or motherboard is fucked." I'm like,
Hoi, hoi,
"Bro,
hoi, 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 hoi.
yeah, what
Mhm.
the fuck?" Yeah, so
Sounds like a fry.
yeah, that one and that one some 2 months or something. Laptop was gone because he had to source
Mm-hmm.
the parts, and it was already I think like 2 years or 1 year old at that time. So they like
Okay.
they update every week, right? Or let's say every year basically.
Amma.
So yeah, that's the thing.
Fuck. Mm.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, but this time it was like I was like, oh, okay. What really mindfucked me was
Hmm?
Karakta. What in the time that his name was that Zap guy was like, I was like,
Prithu.
Yeah, Prutu, yeah.
Hmm.
Pruto, I'm not sure, but yeah, like something like that. So he was saying,
Hmm.
I told him I was like, oh, I just repasted my thermals, the CPU and the
Hmm.
GPU. Like, where do you open the
Hmm.
GPU? I was like, yeah, I mean, I opened the GPU, I just fucking repasted. He's like, dude, that made null your fucking warranty. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? He's like, yeah, dude, this has like 3 years, right? I was like, yes, this has 3-year warranty. Like, yeah, it made null it. Usually they have like a sticker inside which you remove that null's
Hmm.
warranty. And I was like, dude, like, so now if it was the GPU's fault, I am like 70 grand. Like, no fucking way. Or like at least like 20 grand to fix or some weird shit like that. So I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Yeah. And no, it wasn't the
Yeah.
GPU. But no, yeah,
Okay.
that's where the whole what is it called? The diagnostic aspect of it all is like a mind fuck. 'Cause, like, other than that, it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah.
Hmm.
Even if it was like
I don't know. Seems like you have to fucking fully study the
oh, yeah, if you study the thing, like,
Hmm?
I would never need to go to fucking people like Pluto and all. I will do the diagnose.
Yeah.
Like, if Ajay was here, he would have probably done it better than
Done
me.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's like ripped apart his PC like fucking so many times. This is like his third PC or something. And he's like, so
Okay.
yeah, so he's ripped apart PCs before, laptops, and so
Nice.
he's ripped apart. So that's like very complex compared to PC. Now PC and all is like baby shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and laptops have their own thing, right? Like it's not their own specifications, whereas like desktops and
Yeah.
all is more like universal understanding of what the fuck what is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Yeah. They have their own roots and shit.
yeah.
Like
It's very simple.
this
It's
shit
like
goes.
you see
Yeah.
like you see all the parts like it's in your face. So
Yeah.
yeah, like laptop and all is like the wiring and all is like tiny. Chips are tiny. Yeah,
There's
especially
several.
yeah. As they get thinner, it's more annoying.
Yeah.
But if you once you
Yeah.
get the architecture, it's pretty much like the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's why like Ajay and all could have like oh boom, this is it. Yeah. I was just like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't have time for diagnostics, bro. Because I already like took a while to just rip apart the PC and put it back in. I was like, dude, like I'm not going through this again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, if it's like that, you don't fucking go into that. That's it.
yeah.
If it's
So,
like that, you don't have to fucking, sit and it's cheaper to fucking
get
get
help.
someone who knows.
Yeah.
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 If it's so it's two things. It's not just okay, it's cheaper. I used to keep having that fucking. I was like, what the if I was rich, I would have probably done my own bike. I would have tried to do my own bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the reality is, if I really wanted to do my own bike, if that was my interest, I would have done it.
Okay.
I can't sit and blame for fucking not having the money because that wasn't my fucking thing at all.
Yeah.
It's not that's the thing. Like the question we stopped with was also where do you start with math?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you start math, philosophy, what the fuck ever. You start with one fucking simple thing, dude. You start with curiosity.
Yeah.
You just start with curiosity. So, I see a lot of these. There are a lot of lecturers who have now come on YouTube and they are teaching philosophy.
Okay.
Okay, and they're like, bro, the whole Hegel text one guy has done 365 episodes or something, 365 hours
YouTube.
on YouTube. He's done a full, read every fucking passage on Hegel in that book that I'm talking about, and for every passage he elaborates.
Okay.
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 And this guy's a working lecturer. He's a professor, and this is not the only book he's done this for. He's done this for several books. And
Okay.
to people like this, all the audiences ask one simple question: where do you start with? In terms of philosophy, where do you start?
Where do you start now, Purila? Like,
Where, so I want to study. I think I'm interested in
okay.
philosophy.
Yeah.
What do I start reading? Like you asked,
Yeah.
where would you start with math,
Yeah.
bro? Like for me, it wasn't that at all. Because
Mm.
for us philosophers are like, what the fuck? It's someone else.
Yeah.
You can't get into that shit, so you're not even thinking about it.
Mm.
It's like that's some fucking haywire shit.
Okay.
But it's fucking curiosity, dude. Fucking one thing led me to another, led me to another.
Mm.
Fucking like random shit. It was what is that? Before that shit started, I was reading what Sapiens, and then I read
That
fucking
is
Jordan Peterson.
Sapiens is
Sapiens is
Yuval
you will know Harari, yeah.
Harari. Yeah.
I read Sapiens and I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Like, how the fuck? What's up?
Mm.
What's up with the world? And I'm asking all these fucking philosophical ass questions, reading fucking this
Mm.
book that's made for 15-year-olds.
Mm.
I'm like,
Okay.
whoa, blown away. Fuck, nihilism. What the fuck? There's no point. I'm actually just a fucking monkey. What the next after that, Jordan Peterson, and I'm reading and I'm like, what the one debate I came across one debate. This was when
The
I was reading Jordan Peterson,
is the
not
Zizek
Zizek.
was okay. Another one. Sam
No,
Harris.
Sam
No.
Harris.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm watching and I don't understand shit. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? In the middle of the debate, they were talking about some fucking ontology, some shit. Okay.
Mm.
And back then, I didn't understand shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? These guys sound like the intellects of, I didn't know. Like, if you think Jordan Peterson is an intellect, you don't know what the fuck is up.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Okay. And after Jordan Peterson, this guy in Zizek talks.
Peterson
Okay.
and Zizek.
And yeah, and after Zizek talks, you're like, what the Jordan Peterson can suck my dick now because he couldn't even stand against or some fucking raggedy ass homeless looking motherfucker who, by the way, is fucking awesome. And bro, after that, nothing. After that, 2 years passed. I came across some fucking podcast, which is called Philosophize This, and that has 20-minute chapters, and he just introduces different philosophers and their ideas.
Okay.
And that led me to Camus, existentialism, which made perfect sense. From there, I think I read a couple of the practices in Buddhism.
Okay.
And after that, I'm like, oh, okay. And I see all these guys fucking talk about, these podcasts talk about Camus and shit. And then if you go on Instagram, Instagram, you have accounts like Nietzsche.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you have other phony motherfuckers who like to share just the similar things, trying to.
Yeah. It's a mix of both, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and you read them, and by the way, Nietzsche is that. They just made it super stylish and they set a standard. But otherwise, it's the same thing. Okay. And I'm like, fuck yeah. These guys, okay, I'll try reading these guys, I'll try reading those guys. So fucking slowly went there. And by the way, Bukowski is there running parallel. I don't know how I got introduced to him or what the fuck.
Okay.
And then it was fucking just speculation, and then fucking talking to people. And then one guy in some fucking remote village in Auckland, in New Zealand, he's like, bro, you may have to try Hegel.
Okay.
You really sound like you've got to try Hegel. And I'm like, fuck,
wait,
who the fuck
who's
is
this
Hegel?
guy? German guy. Oh.
Yeah, this guy is a German guy.
Okay.
Hegel, you're asking who Hegel is, eh?
No, who the guy who told you about Hegel?
Oh, he was some fucking. I was working in some engineering company in some little village, and in this little village, I was staying in a fucking hotel, and there's hotel manager and me became fucking good friends.
Okay. I remember you telling me this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And his brother came, and his brother was working in. He'd studied philosophy and all of this, and he was working in the prison system, like trying to
Okay.
create education. You know, sessions for inmates, like educating them, giving them a chance at
Okay.
with studying and all of that. And he
Mm.
was into this, so it's like real good shit, like good job,
Mm.
relevant job. And this guy was like, "You should try Hegel, bro." I'm like, Hegel, what the?
Mm.
You will see. He's like Hegel. Hegel is the guy who said that everything that happens in three stages. One is antithesis. The second one is
Okay.
thesis. No, the
Yeah.
first one is thesis. The second one is antithesis, and the third one is synthesis.
Mm.
Thesis. You create a thesis. Antithesis, the opposite of it, and then you have the pendulum. When it swings back, it doesn't swing back to thesis.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
it swings with a synthesis, the old with the new and the brand new
Yeah. Yeah.
and the completely new.
Mm.
So you've got to try that. And I'm like, what the fuck? But then that's when I picked up Nietzsche. And when I picked up Nietzsche, I also picked up Carl Jung and Freud.
Okay.
Bro, I still didn't have a clue who the fuck. I didn't actually still didn't have a clue who the fuck Zizek was. I didn't have a clue who the fuck Lacan was. I didn't have a clue who the fuck Hegel was, even though I was told fucking you should read Hegel.
Mm. Okay.
What the? And then you start getting into this, and you're just fucking absolutely mind blown. And if you ask me the question where I'd start with math, I'd first go to the computation of. There's a video on YouTube. I don't remember this guy's name. He has created a computational image or a drawing of or
Computational.
the computational boundary of the self
Okay. Mm. Of the
using
cells.
math
Okay.
of the self, the idea of self,
Self. Oh.
myself.
Okay. With math.
Yeah,
Okay.
with math.
Okay.
There is another guy who has written maths papers on computation, not computation, on the structure of consciousness mathematically.
Okay.
And then there's I would read these guys. This is where I'd start with math. I would
Okay.
read these two guys, and these two guys, what I'm gonna get from them is exactly like I can correlate this with how I studied in philosophy. So I'm reading Zizek. He's talking about Lacan.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
reading something as stupid as Jordan Peterson. I'm reading about Nietzsche and Carl Jung.
Yeah. He keeps
So
going.
then I'm like,
He
who the
also keeps talking about those Dostoevsky, right?
yeah, Dostoevsky. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start going into you're like you get the names. You're like, okay, this guy has said something about this.
Mm.
That guy has said something about this. But with math, what I will come to is, okay, this guy said something about this. So I'm like, Zizek says, okay, Lacan says this about Hegel, and then I go to Lacan, and Lacan says Hegel says this about what I'm saying. So you go to Hegel and you read. And here you're reading, but bro, it takes time because you're scratching your brains.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an absolute mindfuck.
Yeah.
And I will be ending up with similar mindfucks in terms of math.
Okay.
I might like turning the pages and looking at a dictionary to find out the meaning of a complicated word. I'd have to turn the pages and then learn a few what is that? Simple formulas like basic rules.
Okay. Mm.
So that's how I'd go ahead with math. I'd start with the fucking most complex problem that entices me,
Mm.
and I don't have to know the complete mathematics of it either. I can get
Okay.
the fucking idea, and then I can, if I want, I can develop on it, and I can, redo it. You're reading a language. When you're reading that, it's not like, oh, I should be able to go back and then write exactly what Hegel told me. You're just getting something from it.
Mm.
And more than anything, I think we'd be able to identify movements with math.
Mm.
Movements that words are almost incapable of. I tried explaining to you how the AI works
Yeah.
when I spoke about transformers and shit, but that's not even like 5% of what I understood from. I'm just not able to tell it. But
Yeah.
there's a
Okay.
mathematical equation
Yeah.
that just clearly explains it in a fucking in like less than fucking a line long.
Wait. A what?
A line like it's basically two parallel lines. That equation of what goes on in a transformer is
Mm.
just two lines of equations,
Okay. Okay. But you're not able
and
to.
you can yeah. But how will I explain it? It's like so you have a word, right?
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
this word you which I told you last time, it
Mm.
literally guesses what the next word is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but the extent at which it guesses and the almost infinity that it goes to is not explained at all. You
Okay.
know what I mean? In these two, it just explains. It's like this is basically it, but this goes to infinite. Like the calculations keep on fucking going, and then it takes the what is that called? The probability of a certain answer, and then it puts it on.
Mm.
You know.
Okay.
And so it's in places like this that I'd fucking actually go and I'd sit with math. This is where you'd
Okay.
fucking go to math.
Okay.
From
Okay.
what I understand, you go there and then you see something, and then if you don't understand it, you can always fucking like claw your way back to an equation.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's like no, and the access you have is basically limitless right now, right? So it's like
Exactly. You
so
can go read fucking research papers if you want.
yeah. So you're going with intention, not with like a skill set. Not looking at
No,
this. Yeah.
no,
Yeah. It's not like oh I can do. I understand. Like you're trying to
no.
You're trying to understand more than like uh. I wouldn't even. Could I even say understand?
It's just following your curiosity, bro.
Curiosity.
I don't
Yeah.
even. It's like you kind of get to a certain understanding, and then it's like you kind of end up knowing that you can't know anything for you know like
Certain.
you just can't. The idea of certainty itself is just mind-boggling. That's bro. Intellectuals go there. Intellectuals come out like fucking absolutely baffled, and I'm not fucking by any means trying to call myself an intellectual here at all. What compared to the shit, I write dumb shit. Okay, and this also I'll say, but fucking the level of my writing is on a different fucking level at the same fucking time.
Mm.
But am I fucking am I going to fucking like is math going to be the thing? No, but I'm fucking curious about it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not I I'm not looking forward to fucking being known as someone who could even partially do math.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. But
Yeah.
it's just like oh, fuck. I want to touch that now because
Okay.
wow,
I
if I
no.
can
Okay.
explain a
Okay.
whole yeah.
I get what you're saying. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's like if you can explain this a complex fucking thing in two lines of equations, bro. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the funny part is, so when I uh, uh, try to understand shit, now I write, I scribble, but when I scribble, I have my own codes for what is what,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it ends up looking like a mathematical equation.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Cool.
like
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
simple. The
It's
Uisans,
flipped.
like
Yeah.
yeah, Uisans is for me. It's a symbol.
Mm.
Wherever I see that in my writing, I know what I'm talking about. And if I'm trying to understand repetitions, patterns, or cycles, it's my symbol is easy. It's I, and there are two I's, and between two I's, I have the symbol for Uisans, which is like a sinking.
Third eye.
No,
Wait,
not
are
an
you
I.
talking about I or I the letter
The
I?
letter I.
Okay,
The
okay.
letter I.
Hmm.
Between I, and then it's just a symbol that I get between the two I's. You know,
Okay.
because you kind of probably do understand what I'm saying. Uisans is that idea that you split into two I's.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You are.
remember that.
I am where. You know. I don't think, and I.
I I
Uh,
am. I think for I am. So if I don't think I am not right.
no, no, no,
Not
no, no,
that.
no. Descartes. Descartes is a old philosopher. I've not read him at all.
Okay.
He's a bit ancient. He came up with this saying, "I think, therefore I am."
Yeah.
Okay, so Lacan took this and fucking slammed it on its head. He said, "I am where I do not think.
I am
Therefore,
where it.
where I
Okay.
think, where I think is not where I am." It's like the reversal. It's like I am where I don't think.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and where I think is not where I am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you split into these two eyes,
Two eyes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I get
and
that.
when you split into these two eyes, that Yui sounds comes in between them,
Okay. Okay.
and so this helps me understand like so much actually.
Okay. Shit. Yeah. No, that makes a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And that's pretty much what math looks like to me. You know, it's like fuck yeah, you know, because it is gonna be fuck yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. You know, if it doesn't make sense, even better. You fucking the gears in your brain are turning now. You're not just passively reading some fucking shit to dull your head. The gears in your brain are fucking crunching. They're fucking squeezing against each other, and you're like, whoa. And then you reach a point where you're like, bro, I got this. Like I know what the fuck is this guy
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And it's fucking what the. And yeah, it's a reward and a half. And fucking after that comes the writing. When you write and then you see all that being reflected in every fucking line, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What the. You
Okay.
know.
No. No, for me, I can kind of compare it to like music for me. Like right now, I can think like because few tracks and all. It's not just like it's not the first time. It's not like the fifth time, and then like a fucking like hundredth time. It's a fucking like oh like there's a like yeah like oh I get it now like I don't know like I've had that with music a lot like where it's almost like
Yeah.
knowing it is like kind of breaking it down even more like
Yeah.
more than like when you know it it's when you're experiencing it it's like oh shit like okay like it's like your brain is reacting to something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's like when you're observing it it's another like oh shit okay and then you yeah I don't know, it's fucking I can like connect it to that right now but yeah.
Bro, what you're saying now. Okay, so this is what happened last night, and this is fucking unbelievable, bro. Okay, so last night was a full moon.
Yeah.
Right, and this is what I've observed just yesterday. Okay, Marina went fucking like forget Marina. I was in a fucking bad mood. Okay, and slowly going like day before yesterday I was already like creeping into a bad mood. Yesterday I was in a fucked up mood. Okay, then Marina starts getting in a fucked up mood herself. Okay, Then you call and then you tell me, hey, Amama's fallen and she's hit her head. And all
Yeah.
this while I know there's a fucking full moon.
Okay.
And I told you this yesterday.
Yeah. You're like,
And
oh
I'm
shit.
like,
Okay.
bro, this is something. Today, this morning, Lena gets up with a fucking, she's sick.
Sick. Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, oh, bro, it's a full moon. Okay. What the? Let's just, I don't know. Let's see what's up. And we smoked a little doob yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
Then I sat and I started meditating.
Okay.
Bro, like I've experienced this before, but it's like, how do I put it? It's just very reassuring, even at this stage, to experience it. Like after so much of dissection of what it is, because the first time I experienced it, I had no clue about what the word consciousness meant. Okay,
Okay.
not that I have a great clue of what it means at the moment, but I'm that's only because I don't see like it's broken down into so many bits, and I still it's like what the fuck is up. And so anyway, again, just sitting, meditating, and then the fucking chakras. Man, I just don't see this not being a true thing at all. I don't see this chakra being an imaginary fucking you know what I mean. It's not like what some religious cunt is just some stupid or spiritual
Yeah. I
experience.
get it's the geometry actually means something. Like those shapes. It's like there is a structure.
So Shahid,
Right.
I didn't get to the structure part of it, but then the visuals were trippy.
Okay.
It was like a full-fledged acid trip. Okay,
Okay.
and I think
Okay.
I've told you there's a shape that I keep seeing. I saw that shape yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I get. I
Okay,
get.
and I've only
Yeah.
smoked a little doob.
Oh shit. Okay.
But
Yeah.
this is not a doob. This is fucking doob has just got me into a certain zone. But this
Yeah.
it increased the immediate intensity, but otherwise it was just a meditation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And zoning in, bro, is just fucking like whoop. And I was lying down.
Okay.
Okay. First I was lying down and then I fucking pushed all the pillows off. I'm lying as straight as possible, trying to align these things. I didn't align them yesterday, but I felt them so intensely and I felt them all at the same fucking time.
Okay.
Then I even sat up and then I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to adjust my position to align them, bro. The intensity is like,
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's just like one on top of your crown that feels like some fucking light is shooting right straight up top. Okay,
Mm.
then you have the one in your forehead, which is they call it the pineal gland or the third eye and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That feels like the fucking there's an eye over there that is opening and fucking radiating the fuck out of this shit. And
Okay.
then there's a
Okay.
gland in the throat. It almost like detaches your throat. It's like just a fucking like a boom, a supernova of energy.
Okay.
And then you
Shit.
have your heart. Your heart is like beaming. It's like fucking. Then you have your solar plex. Your solar plex is on another fucking buzz, like
Solar
fucking
plex is
some
like what?
Iron
The
Man.
lower back.
Where you die, no dude, die from here,
Okay. Okay.
Nenji, like right below the chest where you punch it. The
Okay.
punch
Okay.
is
Okay. Okay.
pretty.
Yeah.
It goes oof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
there, right.
Mm.
And then below that, onto the navel, there's one fucking other energy boom, and fucking at the bottom of your spine, there's another energy boom. When I sat up, I was like, what the? I'm on some disc.
Oh.
It's like
Okay.
I'm on some fucking disc. It's like, bro, fucking hell. What the fuck was that? And that too, okay, full moon, okay. And after that, it was like a leaning on. It was like, and this could have been completely imaginary. I don't know what to fucking call this, right?
Mm.
But if my imagination is so strong that I physically feel it, then I don't know what to think about reality at all. because it was like there was some heavy cloth on me, and it felt like it was coming from the moon. Like I think I made that connection in my head. But there was this
Okay.
heavy cloth on me, pushing me in one direction,
Okay.
and it didn't feel heavy. Like it felt heavy, but it didn't feel disturbing. It didn't feel annoying. It was like, and my full body was getting a pump. Like I was feeling heavy. My hands are feeling heavy. My fucking, my muscles are feeling good. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Okay. Shit.
What
Yeah.
the what the fuck is this?
Yeah. No, that's pretty like. Yeah. The thing like psychedelics that way. I feel are like just kind of like these. It's just like one slight push kind of thing where you can
Exactly.
like it's just a catalyst. Like that's how I have always thought of it. Let it be like any psychedelic, right? It's like
Hmm.
yeah, it's this experience more than the
Hmm.
uh like it being about the psychedelics. It's not yeah. I don't know. It's more
Hmm.
than just
Hmm.
like chemicals altering your brain,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
right? Like I mean, yeah, you can look at that, and that's like the most. I feel like the most basic aspect of it. But when you're like
No, but there's no
reality,
zoning out. There's no
yeah,
zoning out of it. You're not zoning out of being. You're there. You're
yeah,
very present.
yeah, yeah. That's shit.
And there's another thing with this, Sush. It's not everyone who gets this.
Yeah, yeah. No, it makes sense too. Thinking about it, like
Yeah, but
because
also it's not everyone who gets this. It's
mm,
it's it's very it's like I've done LSD with so many people, and only so many people have been able to see anywhere close to the shit I have seen on the same drug with them, same dosage.
okay, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
It requires a certain level of something. You can call it psychosis, some fucking collar in the moolah or whatever, you know.
yeah,
But you could call it a gift from the gods or whatever you want to fucking call it. But not everybody is able to do that. They
yeah,
don't they don't get it. They don't get what the fuck. What is this?
mm, mm, yeah,
You know,
shit,
and that's why it's like it makes complete sense. The more in tune that people were with the way things were going, or the way nature, all that fucking shit. And I'm not talking like, oh, we should go back to that or nothing of that sense. It's
mm,
just it almost is like they changed their perception from looking at something as a mental illness
yeah,
to looking at it as if you are fucking talking to someone.
yeah, yeah,
And if we start having that shift of perception with our mental illness in our
mm,
current state, where everyone is talking about mental health, oh, you should talk about it, this, that, you are just having so many fucking people going mad at the same fucking time. And if we
yeah,
take this from a perception of oh, this might be a gift
mm,
from the gods, and we could very well turn it to, yo, what the fuck, you know every
yeah,
other person is getting this, so something is going on.
yeah, yeah,
There are so
mm,
many school shootings, so something is fucking going on. It's not just it's pure mental fuck up.
yeah. No, and it's like there's always I know they never look at that aspect of it at all, and it's more of like oh it's guns, oh it's fucking games, oh it's this
Yeah.
like bro like if it continually has to happen because I don't know like there's something more to it going on than just those
And dude,
yeah
these older motherfuckers, right?
mm.
Bro, I have the more I think about them, I have a feeling that all of them are absolute pussies.
How do you mean
Bro,
Like,
it's like fucking. There are some hard men, all that. Okay, okay, we get it. You know, you had initiation ceremony to become a man. You had to do certain things. Okay, okay,
mm,
all that. Okay. I on Twitter, I went and asked a question. Yo, what's up? Um, do you think things are changing right now? I think you saw that tweet. Has
oh,
change ever felt this intense before?
okay, okay. I
Okay.
don't. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I
Anyway,
saw it or not, but yeah, yes, yeah.
no, I think you even liked it because when you
Yeah,
came on,
shit.
I saw
Okay.
you. Yeah, you'd like that.
Oh
Anyway,
shit. Okay. I
I
don't
was like,
remember. Oh.
what is up? You know, what do you think?
Mm,
Do you feel like something like grandiose and epic is going on? Or I didn't use epic, but I like something big is happening. Or do you think has change ever felt so um, intense before? Okay, the answer was never. It actually, yes, it felt this intense before from the older people. The
okay.
older people's answers were, and see, they are coming from a fucking like a certain understanding, but I'll explain that understanding, which is why it baffles me. Okay, they are saying, hey, you are, saying, oh, this is so epic, this change, that change, but these changes are just cycles of life. There's always been change.
Yeah.
Okay, and some of them are, I don't know, almost offended by this because they're like, oh, why are so many people, everyone's so scared? We can't all be so scared all the time. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and the question that I asked and put forth was not even out of fear. It was out of curiosity. If it's just, if everyone's feeling it, and it feels like heaps of people are feeling it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but all the older generations that fucking and bro, a lot of the older generations are, they understand what I'm saying too. One of Lena's friend's grandfather was shit scared. He's like, I don't know what will happen to my kids, my grandkids. I'm
Okay.
very scared. So people like have, he's much older. He's
Okay.
from the generations that I'm talking about. And the
Okay.
generations that who are full fledged saying, what the fuck, bro? Like it's always been like that.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, which generation are you talking about? And they go immediately to one American woman. She went to the 60s. It was horrible in the 60s. There was abortion. There was problem against abortions. There were hippies. There was rock and roll and the drug culture, and we all thought the world was going to end.
Mm.
And I'm like, hippies, drug culture, abortion.
Yeah.
All these three are a problem right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And another guy from London was like, oh, when in the 70s and 80s in London was horrible. When, what is that? The rockers and the punks, not punks, what is that? Some fucking, the scars and the rockers, when they were ruling the streets, it was a different deal or some bullshit like that. You had to have been there to understand what I'm talking about, is what
Mm-mm-mm.
it came to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. To that woman, I asked one simple question. I was like, hey, did you guys have school shootings back then?
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
did you have school shootings? You're like, oh, they were also scared, but this just is the cycle of life. It happens, it goes on, and you know, changes happen, and it's all fine. It's always fine,
Mm.
right? And my simple question to that woman was, yo, you're fucking, what's up with? Did you have school shootings? Were you scared to send your children to school?
Mm.
Where you're like worried that they might not come back alive because some idiot kid is going to fucking take guns and shoot his classmates up.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you fucking London rocker, you're talking about rocker, ska, punk, okay. The fuck, bro? These guys are talking about some music culture and some drug culture. And they are trying
Yeah.
to compare that with, and they felt that was the end of the world. And then they are trying to tell us, hey, That was the end of the world. We thought that was the end of the world. So it's not a big deal what you're going through. Bro, are they fucking kidding me or what? Do they understand the fucking magnitude of what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. No,
Fucking hell.
the only way I can understand the world is getting better is in a
Mhm.
very very macro state. It's like you're playing Age of Empires or like in a massive scale. You're looking at, oh, these stats have increased so much. These stats have increased so much. So this has been good, this has been bad. So according to these stats, we're doing better than before. Right. And like,
But what stats? What stats? Which is my question. Which is what stats on according to what stats are we doing better? Where our bank collapse looks like it's going to be worse than 2008. They're saying it's just the beginning. Okay, economy is fucked. You have this AI, and the CEOs of AI are meeting up with the fucking president of America to say fucking what the fuck is going on.
mm,
We need an important discussion. And people who are pro AI, who have always been pro AI, are all now coming out and saying, "Yo, I'm quitting fucking Google. I cannot fucking indulge with that shit."
okay.
So, fucking let's do something about the AI. People who are like fucking sucking AI dick have now started to put like step back. They're like, bro, chill the fuck out. Cool, we chill.
Mm,
You know
okay.
what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? And these
Okay.
guys who are like, yes, we need AI. We need to get to the next stage. You know? And these guys are taking a step back, okay? And again, all these people 70s 80s, what the fuck, bro? Do you had any technology that's even close to AI?
Yeah.
It's like the thing is, before language, what was it? It's the same fucking question. What language probably did to Homo sapiens, which we're not even sure, that cognitive revolution, is
Mm,
the one thing that's probably comparable, not even completely. That language as a technology could be something that you can say, bro, imagine the change that language caused.
mm, yeah.
We don't know what the fuck is before. We don't know what we've lost. We don't
Yeah.
we don't and here it if we go by ultra rationalism, and because of language we understand rationality to an extent, the ultra rational solution is simple. And this is coming back to the argument that guy that Eliza is making, and that guy is making an argument completely from, like, I understand it because I'm studying philosophy. Because if I told you the third time I read Lacan,
Mm,
okay, I understood what he was saying, like it was as clear as day.
okay. Okay.
It was like, how can you not understand this? Which is why it baffles me how these PhD students don't understand this. How Noam Chomsky, who's studied so much, who's contributed to so much to the field of language and philosophy, how do you not get it? Like, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just like, what the, and this is why the same thing. So all the explanations he gave, this Eliza gave, and then the question comes to, how don't you understand? Like, he's getting frustrated. He's like, bro, I've already told you this,
Mm-mm.
and then he's trying to explain again and again, but it's like, I think Hegel would have had the same fucking problem if he had to sit and explain his thing, his
Mm.
what he was trying to, his mental acrobatics.
So how
Like,
do these survive through time? Like if it's like
how do
I
what?
like this work, like if no one can understand it, or like no one's able
Bro,
to like.
it's not no one. It's surviving because people understand it. It's surviving because fucking, for me,
Okay.
Zizek
Okay.
introduced me to it.
Okay. Okay.
So there
Right.
are
Yeah.
people, places, and bro, like Hegel and all, completely fucking Hinduism. Like not completely, but so many ideas is correlating to Hinduism. It
Okay.
runs parallel, and people say it's a real thing. Like he studied Hinduism.
Hope you brought
All
money
these
Okay.
guys
this time
studied the
before we
Eastern
get a little
philosophy and all
slopping
of it.
in here anymore. What can I
Okay.
offer you?
And that's which is what baffles me at the point at this moment. It's like, bro, how the fuck did these guys, like, what the fuck, what's up?
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
What the, and it's just,
Say
how
as
do I put
well.
it? See, if people understood what
I could put your lights on
the
ready for
meaning of
Everest.
Vishnu was,
Yeah.
Did you have one
you know what I
myself?
mean? I don't know if so many people would have
Hey,
actually
you know that
worshipped
gun could
him the
use a
way
few
they did.
choice parts. Really make a set.
And I think the it's like the
Glad
general
to have it, mate.
population are sheep almost.
Got some nice parts for that gun, you know.
Okay.
All
and
right.
and it's not just the general population are sheep. It's like you are also a sheep
Yeah.
because you are also a part of the general population.
Yeah. Yeah.
But w- even though you're part of the general population, there is a certain thing that you are going to come across where you're going to feel that the general population is sheep because you're just fucking much better at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
You know, it's because if an economist comes and looks at me, or if an engineering comes and engineer, fucking real deal engineer comes, fucking I and he work
See your
together,
stars as proud and
Mm.
fine as the
I'm gonna be
diamonds
fucking
exist. Oh
sheep.
yes.
Who's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck am I doing this? Okay, what the Sisyphus with a smile, fuck this shit. Okay, let's get on. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And that girl be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? So it again, that part all comes down to, you know, self exploring and being which is all again very
Sold a
pointless.
shotgun to a
You
hunter
know,
last
being
week.
your true
Made good
self, what you
$20 in
really
sales
want
to
to
a
be,
butcher
your
this week
ambition and all of
alone.
it, which is
Where's
all
my
again very
cut, huh?
pointless.
It's all very what?
Pointless.
Pointless. Okay.
Yeah, all you have is that one thing that you find that one thing that you do only because you don't have a choice but do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you find that, fucking go at it. Like go at it with all your fucking everything you have
All right.
because it is pointless.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
that gun
Yeah.
could
And
use a few
not
choice
just it is
parts.
point,
Really make
bro.
a set.
Fuck. If you see that Nataraja, the
Okay.
complexity of Nataraja is
Got
fucking
some
mind
nice
blowing,
parts
dude.
for that gun, you
Like
know.
forget everything else.
Nice
My
choice.
favorite one I'm gonna come down to is, see, Nataraja has
Hey, you
four
know that gun
hands.
could use a few choice
Okay.
parts. Really make a set.
Okay, there are two hands that he has on the side. Like Nataraja is the guy who's lifted the Shiva statue that's lifted one
Excuse
leg.
me. Sorry.
Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your
Yeah. I
own.
Uh,
sneezed. What?
are you talking to me?
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I sneezed for a second, so I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Nataraja is the Shiva statue that is standing on one leg and dancing.
Okay. Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about. He's got a big
I
circle around him.
I think I do. Wait. Just give me a second. Let me just Google him real quick. I
I
think I
outfitted
know
the
which one.
sheriff and all his deputies, you know.
Nataraj
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir, I did.
statue.
My God. Not the cricketer, dude, bruh. Oh yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, do you see the hands he has to the side? The
Yeah.
two hands like a Valakumari he's holding.
Amma. Amma.
That means that signifies don't fear,
I
not
keep
don't
away
fear,
from the
but
butcher's sausage. There's a reason
because
he keeps the
fear
price so low.
is there. Fear is a fucking, you know, by default, but it's more like it's gonna be all right. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
live in it, be like absolutely immersed in it, and
Mm.
and experience it. You know, it'll be all right. Not on a positive note. Not it's everything's gonna be okay. You know, not positivity. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I'm willing
okay.
to
You
give
know,
this a try.
it'll it's okay.
Didn't expect to see
Just
you back here again.
just
Yeah.
be there.
I'm real sorry.
It's gonna be
I
be
was
fine.
lost in my own head. It was very wrong. I see
Mm-hmm.
that now.
Like, and be as hard as you can be over there, like, and just be there, and it's gonna be fucking
Oh
fine.
yes, very good.
It's
Well,
it's it's it's
Yeah.
okay. It's
how
okay.
can I be
Like,
of service?
because it's almost like yeah, if you're in this headspace, you're literally in wherever you are, even if it is in that Dostoevsky's guy who's trying to murder this woman. You're in there. It's just you know just live, just be there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, Wahata Wamale. And around him, like, if you see, he's standing on the one foot that he has is on a dwarf, and the dwarf is the ego.
So why is he standing on one foot?
I forgot what. So one foot he's kicking up to show the time or some shit, bro. And then the damru that he has, the drum that he has,
Mm.
that signifies the birth of the universe. When the every knock is the birth of the universe, and the dying of the sound is the death. The
Okay.
circle is the multiverse. The different
Mm.
dimensions of time, space. Fuck, bro, it's just I fucking forgot what it is.
This is like some
It
Star Wars
completely
shit.
skipped my head. Nah, bro, it's not Star. It's
No, I
it's
mean like story wise, like there's the
yeah,
symbolism is like signifying meaning, right? Like in that way.
bro. But this meaning is like meaning that you can correlate with fucking astrophysics and fucking
Yeah.
particle physics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like fucking like deep philosophy, like rooted philosophy, math. Fucking hell. Bro, I'll send you a video. So in this video, okay, they talk about the calculation of like who is Vishnu. The basic idea is who is Vishnu. So Vishnu is the multiverse,
Yeah.
okay, and he's dreaming about the universe. He's the sleeping god,
Mm.
and there's a significance behind why he's the sleeping god. Like he's the, he's it's like um how he, okay, say nothingness.
Mm.
Okay, if you were to describe nothingness in a multiverse, like there are multiple universes, and
That would be like multiverse could be like anything, right?
yeah, but before multiverse is the nothingness I'm talking about. Like, okay, forget multiverse. Let's go back to things. Okay, now you have things. Now you say you remove things, and you have
Mm.
nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
right? You know that core. Going
Yeah.
back, you remove it. The simple idea is you remove things till you remove the last material, the last thing that you can from a space, and then you should get nothing,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this got developed into, if things came into being, and nothing is also, so if things came into being, if things came into like time, because time is asymmetrical, it goes from the past to present. If things follow time, that
Mm.
linear sequence, then we should have come from something.
Okay. Maybe
do,
that means
do
we
you
should
get
have
it?
come from something.
But that means, I'm sorry, that means we should have come from a place where there won't have been any things, where the first thing when it came in, it should have come into a zone that's called nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this nothing is the sleeping god Vishnu,
Okay.
and there are millions of these.
Mm.
There are millions of these nothings.
Someone must have seen an Englishman.
Okay.
And
Really funny.
coming back to the nothing itself, to Vishnu itself, this guy is sleeping,
Have you seen Gavin?
and he's dreaming about the universe.
But I won't give up. He's lost.
Okay.
Okay, and from his belly button, there's a fucking lotus
He
flower,
wasn't there. Someone must have taken it.
and
Okay.
from the lotus flower there is Brahma.
He just left.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
this Brahma,
Is something.
when he built, no, this Brahma is our universe, our known universe.
Best mates.
Okay, okay.
He'd never leave me.
Okay, when Brahma blinks,
Gavin!
It's like a universe is born.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like a Big Bang happens. When
Yeah. Yeah.
Brahma closes his eyes,
Yeah.
the Big Bang ends.
Gav!
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
I can
Brahma
see it.
lives.
Yeah.
This Brahma lives for 100 Brahma years or some shit like that.
Okay.
Where are you?
Okay. So this motherfucker lives for 100 years, and each year is some fucking trillion human years.
Okay.
Okay. And each year is divided into 360 days. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And each day is divided into I don't know how many trillion years.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we are
So.
supposedly on the first day of the 51st year in Brahma.
Okay. Okay.
Till this
Sure.
motherfucker, like, I think, closes his eyes or dies away. Till this universe ends, basically. Till this whatever that's opened up ends. And
Okay.
after this ends, this guy dies. And the flower goes in. And then a new flower comes out, and then a new Brahma comes out, who every blink of this Brahma, a universe is born.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And bro, they've calculated this. I'll send you the video, check it out. It's like, bro, how the and they're very closely accurate. 14.7 billion years ago, universe was born or some shit. These guys have come up to 15 point something billion years, like the accuracy. And now they're like, oh, we don't think it was 14.7 billion years ago. It's older, probably is older.
Okay.
Like there's, bro, no, which other religion talks about shit like this?
Yeah. I
Which
like. Yeah. I don't know.
blown away, bro, blown away. And these guys are now sitting and fucking doing this as cliche as this fucking statement that I'm making sounds. Bro, these guys knew everything about everything almost. It looks like fucking they got their information from some fucking alien. How the fuck would you have known this? Just
Yeah.
sitting as a sage and then deep thinking. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Yeah. Sounds wild. Yeah.
Or calculations. Like what kind of calculations? If we have to look at those calculations, the only way we're going to look at it is how we do our calculations right now. So I don't think there's any fucking proof for such fucking calculations
Okay. Yeah.
to even make these claims. These are all in the form of stories. And then
Yeah.
you have practices like fortune telling here and there.
Yeah.
But it's all in fucking, who calculated all this? Some fucking guy went and stood in a mountain on one leg and, bro, fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or some sage was able to project his consciousness. He grew his consciousness, bro. Fucking if these humans were able to do that, right? They were ancient humans who fucking created technology and who fucked off on rockets.
Okay. Okay.
Bro,
Yeah.
what the? You fucking. Fuck, bro. So there's this guy who translated the original, the first Old Testament, the Bible.
Okay.
And he translated, so there's this thing called Torah, right? Torah is what the Jews read. It's their holy book.
Okay.
Okay. So from Torah, there was another. So Torah is written in Sumerian or some shit like that.
Okay.
And now it's written in Hebrew, but the first one is written in a different language, Sumerian. And after that, there was another language that starts with the letter M. And that language copied the Torah, and that was the first Testament. Okay, the first Old Testament.
Okay.
And the guy who translated that Old Testament into Italian was translating this text for the Pope.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this guy is a language expert. I forget his name. He's a fucking expert at learning ancient languages and then using it basically and deciphering old texts.
Okay. Okay.
His claim is there is no way the Old Testament, which is what the Bible is based on, has anything to say about God.
Okay. Okay.
This looks very much like, and he's like, listen, I'm open to all sorts of fucking conclusions.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But I have used language as it is spoken in the context it's spoken and with the information. Some of the words, like the word that describes God, right, that is being translated as God in every fucking text, religious text, is a word called Elohim.
Okay. Elo.
Elohim.
Okay.
Elohim. Or El. I think they call it El or Allah.
Okay.
Okay. It's all the same fucking thing. This guy is saying, bro, the context they're using, number one, every place that these guys talk about the gods as one god, as a monolith, as a monotheistic religion, as there's only one, is not the correct translation at all. Sometimes where they've said God, the actual word is a completely different word, like Elohim. And in other places where it's translated as God, it's another word. It's a completely different word that we probably don't even know how to pronounce, and it's not God. It doesn't stand for God. It all talks about a human, like creature, or mostly a human being who's just this fucking ultra knowing. Like he knows what the fuck is, you know, like
Hmm.
a super intelligent, fucking super capable being. And there are several instances where these guys are describing what looks like technology, like flying technology or communication technology. The descriptions is technology.
Okay. Okay.
And this guy is saying, listen,
The fuck was
I
that now?
and this guy is like, I'm not the only one who knows this.
Hmm.
There are I've had debates with people from churches, from with rabbis, all of them, and all of them have come to the conclusion that there is no either whatsoever. You know, there's no it's not the thing about God at all. That this translates to Elohim, something completely different.
Okay.
And this is a mindfuck right now. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Okay.
You
Shit.
know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
wild.
bro, and that's the problem now. Right now, they're like, oh, how is it different compared to the 70s? 70s, you fucking switch on the news. I don't think you're going to have fucking pilots coming and saying, yo, I think there are aliens here, bro. Right now, you switch on TV, they're like, yo, I think there are aliens here, bro. Like, fucking, we've seen some shit that's fucking doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You
Things
know,
like this.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? They said pandemic is going to fucking be a huge thing. And I laughed at it. At that, I was like, what do you think this is some Hollywood movie? What the fuck happened though?
Hmm.
Now they're talking about fucking AI. Seriously, they're talking about fucking AI, bro. The first time someone spoke to me about AI was in 2019. 2020, I still laughed at him. 2021, I was like,
Yeah.
nah,
No.
I'm not.
That was it, no. AI was nothing like, not even close to what it is now. Like this is like very very fast. This is like a blink
Bro,
of an eye kind of fast. Like
but the thing is, these guys had been predicting it for so long. The
yeah.
books that said AI is a problem came in 1980s. The movie fucking where AI turns around humans and kills them, Stanley Kubrick's movie came in the fucking 80s or 90s
Hmm.
or before, probably 70s. These guys have been talking, you know, fucking describing this danger for a very long time.
Hmm. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, so that's the thing. So which is why I fucking I'm searching for sci-fi books that have the storyline where the gods left
Okay. Okay.
and then the AI took them, killed them all off. There is none. So I've got to fucking write it. That's the that's the only fucking
Yeah.
conclusion
No,
I can
that's
come out.
no. That's
If I want to read that,
I get exactly what you're saying. Like that's how I that's why I want to make games. I'm like, bro, like fuck it. Like I'll do it myself. Like
yeah,
because I've just been like thinking about it like all day. I'm like, oh shit, oh if this was that, if that was that, and it's like just like small additions that just keep like building the world up. And
building.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, I wish someone did this, and no one's done it. I'm like, fuck, like bruh, fuck you, like I'll do myself. Like yeah, that's how
Oh,
we came to the conclusion. Yeah, I'm like, bruh.
Exactly what the
Yeah,
fuck is up.
yeah. So
I'm like fucking hell. And it's just mesmerizing, bro. And I just fucking I love the the more I understand Western fucking way of thinking, it just looks like very thick-skinned
Here we go.
bullshit.
okay,
It just feels like very thick, like what the okay, they are going to spiritually dance. Have you seen them dance, those gypsies? Fuck. Like what the fuck, bro? Have you seen those gypsies dance? Like
I
the
don't.
bro, the white people, dude, like the white people who wear all these baggy ass hippie clothes.
Yeah.
Not
Oh yeah.
not
Yeah, yeah,
gypsies,
okay. Okay.
sorry,
Okay. Okay.
hippies.
Hippies. Yeah. Yeah. Hippies. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you
Gypsies,
seen
I
that
thought you were
weird
talking
ass
about
dance?
and I actually went to like the Romani gypsies. Or if you're talking about like
No,
them,
no, no, no.
like
They
those.
they are fucking. They're Indians, bro. They're fucking
Yeah,
what the Namor fuckers. What the
yeah.
anyway? These guys. What was I saying? Yeah, the hippies. And that is like, oh, that's the level of spirituality they go to. Dude. They're like, what the? Of course, there's Christian spirituality and all of that, but man, nowhere close to what the, if you concentrate on your fucking grind, you'll feel a fucking burst of energy there. Who the fuck says that in any fucking religion?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah.
What the
Yeah, no,
fucking hell?
that's something wild. It's yeah, it's like it's a trip. Like that's I yeah. It's more
Yeah,
than like
and
just a story. It's a trip. Like oh shit. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
yeah. And it's when they get sensitive, these white people get sensitive, they make some beautiful shit. There's no fucking second.
No, and I guess
Uh,
the what I would like maybe like the closest that came with like closer like stories and multiple gods and all, right? I guess for like Egyptian and fucking
No, bro. See, Egyptians did a big fucking like theirs was epic.
okay.
You get it? Like a lot of what Christianity is about is from the Egyptian gods. And
Okay.
see, the theory is this. The theory is there were several ancient civilizations that had planned everything out and that had separated populations.
Okay.
So Elohim is not the primary god or the primary one ruler of all, like one ancient alien. There were several of these ancient aliens,
Okay. Okay.
and each one had their fucking followers, their kind of people.
Okay.
Get it? They purified the kingdom and they fucking that's the idea of that theory.
Okay.
Have I
okay.
bought it fully? No. Have I not bought it fully? No. That possibility looks fucking bewildering. Like wow. You know, it looks like wow to me because bro, for me it's only this. It's like it goes back to a lot of fan fiction at the same time because at the end of the day you're a Matrix fan. I'm a Matrix fan, bro. I cannot fucking if where did I start philosophy? I think the correct answer would be Matrix. The
Okay.
Matrix.
Okay.
The Matrix. That made me question. You know what?
Mm.
Like, fucking what other movie made me question? I wasn't born during Star Wars.
Yeah. No, Star
And
Wars for
Matrix
me
era.
didn't like make me question actually thinking about it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it was more like the fantasy of it.
yeah.
But how do I put it? Like, uh,
So Star Wars, the trip, the early trip for Star Wars, the reason it got that fandom is there were a lot of fucking 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds who could fucking completely see themselves in Luke Skywalker, and it gave them, oh, you can do it.
mm,
You know, you can do it with a lot of fucking philosophy in like fits in with it, and even the whole story structure is the hero's journey.
wait, your voice got like really low. I'm not able to hear you properly.
No, I'm saying the story structure is the hero's journey. Like this guy studied under that what's his name? Fuck, I keep forgetting.
Joseph Campbell.
Joseph Campbell. Yeah,
Mm,
he was Joseph Campbell's student, and he structured the whole story based on that. So this was an uplifting fucking Bible for these kids,
yeah, yeah.
and they are crazy about it. That generation that grew up with it, they're like, oh, Star Wars, bro. What the? For me, it was Matrix, and I'm not crazy about it, but right now, but bro,
Mm,
and
yeah.
so for me, it's just this. It's like, okay, we don't have a clue about what the fuck, you know. With the deeper we dig, it all feels like it's a program end of the day, like it's all previously already engineered,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
And but it's incomplete and it's engineering, and there's no like there's no the only reason that we see that incompleteness going all the way to infinity is because we are not able to count infinity. We don't have that capacity, so it doesn't fall within our perception.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Get what you mean.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we call something infinity when we can't count, when we just keep on counting, not even can't count. It's both. When you can't count
Yeah,
to that
there
extent,
is
and it's,
there is no, yeah, it doesn't stop. There is no, it's like there's
yeah,
no end counting. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's basically the whole fucking. It's like uh, so if something had programmed this, you know, not just program, but if such and such a thing exists, and there are so many other versions of it, and time itself is not linear. You know, there, though if we perceive it as linear, the more you go into math, the more it says it's not that, doesn't seem that linear. Not just math and physics. Math is, you can write poetry with math. You know, you can go anywhere, and you fall within the constraints of the you know, the structure of what would you call it, pure logic, or you know, not even pure logic, within the system of math. Because end of the day, with math, 1 + 1 is equal to 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only time math like starts describing the world is when physics comes into the picture. Other than that, math is just fucking fantasy. It's like you can go anywhere with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the second it ties to physics, you start describing reality, or what we perceive as reality, the extents of reality that we can perceive.
Good girl.
And and that's the thing. It's like, okay, so there are so many fucking universes, so many.
Like your
So,
voice sounds like
and
very muffled.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
My
not
thing
bad.
is, so now there are so many universes, there are so many fucking, like, you know, and the time is not linear. What if we can't? The way we think about universes is like some parallel fucking timelines actually going on at the same time. What if the parallel universe theories? What if that those parallel universes are just the other choices that we have in contingencies? Like, you know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
if I tossed instead of heads, tails fell, and the other? And what if that was just a fucking microsecond back that we simply don't have the access to, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the parallel universes are built into it. It's all like happening right now. You can jump to another universe by choosing something else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I like that. I like that fucking idea. And if I'm going to tie all this up into a story, the story that I'd fucking make was, bro, these gods left, right? They left. They gave us some fucking. They gave us language, the structure of language as technology, and they left.
Mm.
And then they left, and they got killed off by the AI, by their artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And now they're fucking. They're just roaming around the sky, and they're monitoring. The AI saucers are just monitoring.
Mm. Mm.
Because number one, if there needs to be a full-fledged invasion, AI invasion, that of a whole planet, it will require a lot of resources. So unless an alien species is fucking, you know, uh, you know, have unlimited resources,
Mm.
unless it has unlimited resources, there is no reason for an AI to just, not AI, for an alien to just pop up and say, you know, we're going to, you know, take all you million people or billion people hostage or whatever the situation we could imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that leads to one solution, which is they are just minding us, and they know that they themselves, you know, we ourselves will fuck things up. Not fuck things up as per se, but we ourselves will inevitably give birth to AI.
Okay, okay.
You know, so they are minding us up there, and then we're like, okay, these guys are going to, you know, again end up with my kind.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
okay, okay, okay. But
And yeah, but
yeah. No, I mean, like, this could always be happening though, right?
yeah,
Like if this is
but
like,
it's just, yeah, all good. And the funny part is it looks like it is.
it looks like looks like it's what?
Hello.
Hello?
It looks exactly like shit like that is happening. You know, fucking
Okay.
some random shit flying here and there.
Okay, okay. Like there's
You know.
like the UFOs and shit. You're talking about that talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And even, bro, think about this. If there's a fucking UFO and it's there and it understands humans perfectly, and it doesn't want to create a big ruckus about its presence,
Yeah.
it's going to come and take the most idiotic fucking human alive, who, if he goes around telling people that he saw an alien, everyone will laugh at him.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. No, but that sounds
that's the perfect choice.
Yeah. No, but it always seems to be the idiots who, or like,
Yeah.
if not idiots, it's like the one guy with the
Some
most
secret
fucking
CIA.
no, like even if like they show footage, right? Like a lot of the times it's like the most fucking shaky camera in the universe.
Yeah.
They have to record. I'm like, bro, like okay, like
Yeah.
we have phones now, like yeah.
Let's go, girl.
And then at that point, like, is it for like the fame, or do they actually see it? Like,
Okay, then.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other see, these are all fucking fun places that you can go to. You know what I mean? And you can always fucking tease the reader for it to be what actually it's not this. It's not what you thought it is. This guy, you know, you can make the whole episode look like this guy is fucking just searching for fame, and then, you know, this happens, and this is like people are just fucking mocking him, and the aliens are up there, and not even aliens, AI is just fucking floating above, and like fucking humans.
Yeah.
They're fine. We just needed a lab rat to take some tests. His blood sample is okay. His fucking urine is fucking fine. Blah blah blah. His pH levels are this. His intellectual capacity is this. Okay, let's integrate this and make it into a fucking 1,000. Okay, maybe this guy you know, humans are all you, bro. You take a rat, lab rat, and then you fucking experiment on that shit. The lab rat is not talking to you. You
Yeah.
don't need the lab rat to talk to you because it can't say shit to you. That's probably how a fucking super intelligent species that's flying up there is going to be compared to you know, it's going to be a human compared to you who's a lab rat. Fucking
Yeah.
you can play around with that story.
Yeah.
And even the whole fucking what if it is all a fucking you know, just a
Simulation.
programmed. Yeah.
I mean, it is
We're all
already a simulation. Yeah. So it's like,
it is.
yeah.
Oh, but in the literal sense, like, you know, we're already in the fucking matrix kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking to fuck around with it. It's like, what yeah, all these aliens and all, okay, that was only to distract us. Because in real, the real aliens have already captured us. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you
No,
can
but
go take it to all the way up to, oh, the thing is actually, you know, Vishnu himself was a fucking, you know, he's actually a sentient being.
Vishnu is
You
a
know,
sentient being.
yeah, like a being. Like Vishnu is not just a depiction. You know, we have created a human form, but it's something
He's
that's
oh,
conscious.
okay. 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 Okay.
It's something that's conscious. It's self-aware. Universe
Mm.
itself is self. Bro, there's no fucking theory that I think that can solidly give proof and call this a fact that the universe is not sentient, is not conscious, is not aware of itself. I don't think there's any proof for this statement at all, like against the statement. And that doesn't mean this can be true, but I'm still saying that's how
Mm.
much we know about consciousness. Because the second they start looking into consciousness, they're like, wait a second. It is not brain that that creates consciousness. In fact, it's the other way around. It's consciousness that creates brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, which again comes back to the same fucking thing that we always keep going back to is anxiety. Before you were you know, you felt anxiety in yourself and defined it so. Before you
Mm.
knew the word anxiety, were you really ever anxious?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's yeah.
it's like, so it's like consciousness creates all of this creates all these stories, creates how does it do it? It sits at the back, it experiences it, but there's this language, and it almost is experiences language itself, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and language in turn enhances it, like it makes it empowers it. The more words you come to grasp, and the more these words are reflective of your reality, what you are able to perceive, you are like, whoa, I know more.
Sorry. Wait. What? It
You
kind
know,
of cut out there.
the the more words you're able to perceive, and the more
Yeah.
these perceived words correlate to patterns that you observe in your life,
Mm.
it's like a new pattern has opened up itself to you. Like anxiety, for instance, this pattern opens up the second
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you know, I know this pattern, this is anxiety. And then
Yeah.
you get more conscious, you're now more conscious about anxiety.
Yeah.
It's not just some shit that just happens in a haze and like you're unconscious about it. You know it. Oh, this is anxiety. Oh, this is fucking shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It's always that, like, and then you like put the
you kind of isolate it, and then
yeah.
you're like, ah, this is the pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the word itself is never able to capture that in essence.
No,
The word
because
itself, yeah,
yeah, you can't. How would you explain someone anxiety who can't conceive language, like, or means who can't
yeah,
understand, can't comprehend
yeah,
language, like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They don't know what the meaning of anxiety is, and they say, "Oh, I'm anxious." You're like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, what do you mean anxious?"
yeah. No, and there's like
So
yeah,
that,
there's no I mean, yeah, like I guess like someone in isolation, like someone growing in isolation would would kind of feel that, right? It's like there is like
They
what?
have to be like absolutely self-aware of it, and then
Yeah.
kind of isolate it within themselves and say, okay, this pattern
Yeah,
is
no.
going to happen.
I'm saying like if someone like is born in isolation and grows up in isolation,
Yeah,
like yeah, there is no. It's there, but it's not like oh, this is what it is. Like this is the word.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
awareness of it, or like yeah, or
yeah,
just like knowing it. Yeah, you're scared. Like you react like you're scared. Like it's
yeah,
and it almost gets like very animalistic, right? Like
yeah,
so like oh shit, okay, fear, anger, like yeah.
yeah,
And then that's why like even in animals you can see like the spectrum of like human emotions from like jealousy
yeah.
to like shame to
Grief.
yeah
He took all my money.
Yeah,
grief like
fuck yeah,
everything like yeah like you see everything
yeah, yeah.
uh
But are they aware of it? You know, that's if they are, if you think they are aware of it,
mm,
what is your reason for throwing them in zoos and fucking slaughtering them? You know?
yeah no it's more like yeah it's you don't have the
Like,
language so or like not even you don't have the
yeah,
language but it's like a little that's where we are a little more than just animals though right like or
yeah. But like, why is that we are a little more than animals? You know, is it the consciousness or like what? You know, is it because we are able to control them, or is it because we are able to communicate to with each other better than them? So what is the difference if okay we're able to communicate better than them with each other, and then
yeah
we are able to you know operate in masses that animals no fucking way can, like you cannot
the
have.
only way I can
Hey,
like
mister.
put it into words is like their alignment is not as advanced as ours. So yeah, we
Alignment, okay,
of
you're
like
talking of
yeah
alignment as in
or yeah because no like think about like things like infrastructure things like fucking like
hmm,
we are like and you can see infrastructure in animals as well. That's but it's like how far we can push a particular
yeah,
now for example infrastructure compared to like maybe like a beautiful fucking bird's nest like right so it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
and if you're looking at evolutionary we basically came from monkeys we're just better monkeys and
yeah,
our basically our intelligence alignment or like our level of intelligence has just like has moved forward much more than the animals could.
yeah. But we're not even able to fucking figure out if we're going to have an earthquake. But the birds seem to know when there's a tsunami, they fucking abscond.
Yes. And yeah, so it's like that's where it's I guess the
They are more in tune with
yeah no and
the
it's like
nature. Or,
in tune is one thing and then in intelligence wise like just because we know
Howdy.
or we're able to like wield like these things better than them like for let's say like making
hmm,
like iron right
hmm,
like we're
hmm,
like smelting iron and making iron like and
hmm,
anything out of that like anything out of steel
hmm,
like anything out of
hmm,
these like chemicals we can derive from which
hmm.
animals are not able to do but animals have these like it's not you don't need like self-awareness it's there
Yeah,
it's just there like it's
but that's the thing. We just can't. For instance, pigeons.
yeah
There's a certain type of pigeon that, unless it gets self-aware, or not self-aware, but unless it sees itself in the mirror, or it sees someone else, it doesn't develop female reproductive organs.
okay
Do you get it? Unless it sees a role model like itself.
wait you have to come again sorry
So,
kind of like
like
zoned out
when we see ourselves in the mirror, we are able to identify ourselves,
yeah yeah
right?
yeah
There are these pigeons. If these pigeons don't see themselves in the mirror, never get to see themselves in the mirror, and they are not and but or if they don't see a fellow species,
mm.
another pigeon, they are not able to develop reproductive organs.
Oh shit. Okay.
Unless that
Okay.
sense of self is there, there it might not be. That's the thing. Like we don't know what we don't know what our consciousness itself is in itself. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't know. Like okay, you have an observer, right?
Yeah.
And the observer is observing you.
Mm.
Then who is observing the observer?
Yeah. I. Yeah. Yeah.
It just is like
That's
who?
where like very simply put, it's like oh, like what's God? Okay, God's watching over us. Who's watching over God? Kind of thing.
Yeah, but this is almost like how do I put it? It's like the second you try to this is where Lacan is brilliant. Bro. The second you try to capture it, it slips and goes away.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
It's like an oscillate, like you're
It is
playing
incomplete.
table tennis,
Basically.
Mari. Yeah, which is in other words, I am where I do not think.
Okay. Okay.
And where I think is not where I am.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Sure. So,
Yeah, and you're just like, so you're like, okay, who's the observer? Then there is it like a third observer, keeping an eye on the observer, and doing what the observer is observing?
A very fine choice.
Or is it the guy who's doing who looks back at the observer? And what happens when the guy who's doing looks back at the observer? What happens to that which he's doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done
And then you focus zone into what you're doing, and you're consciously doing what you're doing, and then like what? So you're consciously doing what you're doing, and then what happens? Fuck. What happens? You're consciously doing what you're doing, and now you have an observer observing you consciously doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And now you observe the observer.
Fine.
What are you doing?
Wow me.
Like, you've got to be the guy who's doing. You lose out on the doing actually. That kind of gets muffled.
So that's like almost like an autonomous
Loop.
being, just like doing
Yeah.
something, and
So
you're like looking out, like, oh, okay, that's a machine. Yeah.
Yeah. I am where I don't think. Okay. So you're the observer, and I am where I am not where I think. So now you're thinking because you're thinking because you're looking at the observer, and there you go. It just slips away, dude.
Yeah.
You can't catch it.
Back awful soon.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there is no catching it. Like, it's like
Yeah.
where you get that you get that you don't get it. Basically, like I like the South Park in this where have you seen the scene where Randy says the N-word on live?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know which episode. He in the end he's like, now I understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh yeah, now you get it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it kind of boils down to that. You know that you don't
Yeah.
know, or you understand that you don't understand.
No,
Yeah.
and it's not just that. So the thing is, the understanding itself is it's like the I itself, dude. So see, so there are two. If with the consciousness is structured like the language, and so is the unconsciousness. Okay, and
The
this
consciousness
is
structured with language.
okay. No,
So,
let's erase that. Let's say the unconsciousness is structured with language, because I know for a fact this is a line that Lacan said. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, so there with language itself, there are two things that happen within the mechanics of language. One is, so you have a rose, and now you say a rose, or okay, forget that. Very solid example. You see on top of your toilet door, there's a sign for woman and there's a sign for man, and the signs are stick figures.
Yeah.
That stick figure over there on top of the door does not signify the door. that stick figure is that stick figure. That
Yeah.
stick figure probably can signify a guy. But it doesn't even show a guy properly. There's no proper features of a guy. It's just a symbol. And that symbol is just circle and square and straight lines, and that's it. But when you look at it, you know that behind it is the men's bathroom,
Yeah.
right? So the signifier over here, right, is the is that which signifies what is inside. That it's a bathroom. And the second you look at the signifier, when you see the stick figure, and then you see what is being signified in it. It just disappears. It's like just circles and fucking straight lines, and even those are not perfect. Like they don't describe circles or straight lines. Like you just can't catch it. Just like bursts of into one kind of haze.
Okay. Yeah.
And this the theory, one of the theory, I'm not explaining properly. I know I'm not explaining properly, but this is the idea that this is another idea that Lacan came up with, the signifiers and the signified. Like the signifier is, we were talking about the observer,
Yeah.
right? He's like, okay, I'm kind of observing what I'm looking at. I'm assigning a certain thing that, okay, this is happening. This is this is doing it. But the second you try to catch what is that which is being signified, you fall into the realm of becoming the signifier. Like it's just like you can't catch neither. It just the second the signifier becomes the signified, and the signified becomes the signified. It just slips away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But am I making sense, or is it just a fucking blab?
No.
Because I could very well be blabbering.
Wait, no, I'm trying to like
Alright, girl.
wait. I kind of no, see, for me it's like these are not I can't put it into words. I'm seeing it. I'm not like, if I have to like say this is what this is, I'm not able to like use vocabulary to jot it down, but I can like see it. Like the way I can look at it is like this is another feeling I had on one of the acid trips. I think the third one with Ajay, where I put Amagama again, and that's why this being is like, oh, you're not ready yet. He fucking gives me a Spartan kick in the chest, and I'm going back, and I'm observing myself writing in the diary, and that diary is observed like it's like the same the Amagama fucking album cover basically. So it's like okay, oh, I'm observing the observation. I'm here, and then like. And that is observing, and then it's like it's just a loop, and that's where it was like I could see it and feel it at the same time, which was like there was this small string. I was just hanging on by this thread, and I knew if this thread snapped, I'm gone. There's like right, and the thread wouldn't snap. That was what was annoying. I was like, oh shit. So like that's where I got kicked off from. So I'm like what the fuck. I'm going back and I'm like hanging by this thread, and I'm like, because I couldn't feel my body. I couldn't like I wasn't like moving or anything. This is like nice fucking cold AC, right? Speakers are on our fucking faces, so I'm just like, just stiff cold. I'm like, I'm not like conscious about my body at all, and I'm like, oh, so this is the thread I'm hanging on, and once this thread is cut, it's boom. It's like. Yeah.
Whoa.
Gone. Yeah, that is like that's what I would now looking back. I can like look at it as like nothing. Like I'm like gone.
Yeah.
Right, because
bro, that's that's the thing. This is very interesting to me. I want to believe, and I not want to. I am almost on the verge of completely believing that if we dive into the void. And if we are very, very, very conscious, we are not going to find nothing, because it is going to slip the way we fucking slipped with this eye.
Yeah.
because there's nothing there.
Think I'm interested in whatever your problem
Yeah. 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 There's nothing there.
Yeah.
That's,
And I think we can break it, like fucking make minuscules out of it to see what is this fabric? What the fuck is this fabric that's around us? Like just like zone into that fucking, But
yeah.
bro, it's just a dangerous fucking place, dude. Like walking the edge is fine. You're still lurking in and on fucking reality. On the gravity is still working on you. But I think a
Yeah.
complete slip into the void is going to fucking become like Nietzsche, like poing. Have you seen that guy's picture, bro? After he got mad, he's gone.
Oh, there's a
He's like
picture of him
fucking his
after he
eyes are
got
just
after he's gone.
he, yeah. After he's crazy, after he went mad, there's a picture of him.
Okay. Fuck. Okay.
You should check it out. It's like he's gone. He's like doink. What kannu on the wandra. What he's just looking up. He's like gone.
Kannu vandu?
Like wandra kannu. He's got a
Okay.
squint,
Okay. Okay.
and he's gone. He's like, huh? He looks like he's fucking like a vegetable.
Oh fuck. Okay. 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 He's gone. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see it?
Wait, you sent it to me?
No. It's you.
wait,
I
yeah.
thought you were looking at it.
Wait,
No.
Nish. What's his name? I just put Nish after he went mad. Oh shit. Okay. Yes. Fuck. Holy shit. He looks like a cartoon character here. Oh fuck.
Yeah, bro.
I
He was gone.
my character in RDR2 had this fucking mustache. Oh
A walrus mustache.
yeah.
Fucking doink. Finito, Gabarito.
Yeah.
It's
shit,
game
fucking-
over for you. You jumped somewhere and there is no return. Sorry,
Yeah.
a one-way ticket.
But like, yeah.
That's the thing, dude. That's the thing. So I'm like, what? Now you plant AI into our neural system, Wamale, and you load us with the information that is capable of.
Hey, mister.
What makes you think we are ready to adapt? Like what? It's fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like that's where I'm like, all of this is like yeah, and that's where I go. Like, we know that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we don't know enough, bro. We fucking don't know enough. I think if see, that's the thing. That's the whole that fantasy about and that fantasy is pretty much backed by fucking like heavy science. Fucking investigation, scientific investigation,
How do you do, sir? Hello?
which is fucking scientific. Okay, scientific investigation is saying, okay, if there were aliens, they've already been killed out by AI. This is working purely within math. Okay, working within language and with people who have actually fucking transcribed or fucking translated the Old Testament is saying, bro, there were people. You pull out Mahabharat, and Mahabharat talks about a great war, and there are so many fucking places where there is what is that called? Technology. Bro, you go to Ajanta Ellora, you look at the paintings, you're seeing fucking like modern dressed women of all colors. Like I saw with my naked eye. I didn't want to believe it. It looks like a fucking jean pant.
Wait, really?
Yeah, bro. Like a full, like it's like tights. It doesn't look. You should see some fucking. What is that? Some, like how we tie that kippas and shit. Something, right?
Yeah.
where you have a cloth that goes between your legs and then you fucking, bro, this is like a tight 3/4 jeans. I don't know what these chicks used to call it. Used to be super famous. That used to go just above the calf.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a longer than shorts, but yeah.
I get no. It's like 3/4, right?
Yeah, but it's tight to the
Tight.
skin.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like leggings, basically, like 3/4 leggings and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? And one guy is holding some shit that looks like a cell phone or a tablet or some shit like that. It's like what? But I don't, it's not like going. I'm just saying like there are weird things like this. But in Mahabharata, it wasn't simple bullshit like this that was painted 2,000 years ago. This Ajanta Ellora maximum 2,000 years ago it was painted maximum. This Mahabharata is talking about some great war that had nuclear weapons and fucking flying
Mahabharat,
ships.
so
Yeah,
Okay,
Mahabharata.
then, girl.
actually it kind of good. Yeah, I mean,
Nice job.
like what I remember seeing in TV shows, not like they're like throwing these super advanced magic arrows, basically.
Hey, bro, but in the writing, in the epic, these drama bullshit, you can fucking fuck that shit. But the epic, the book, talks about this like in detail. That if you go close to it, you will get burnt. There is some radiation that comes from it. The random shit. It's
Okay.
like what? And it's technology. They're describing technology.
Okay.
Either they were just fucking very creative sci-fi writers, or there's some fucking thing that they've seen. And there's
Okay.
some fucking ancient civilization that had a great war, and that's been passed on this way. So yeah, it's
Easy. Whoa.
it's very interesting. And yeah, these guys are talking about this, and suddenly fucking USA is saying, oh, okay, we have to keep a tab on. We're going to start a new space agency or some shit like Defenders of the Earth or some bullshit like that. What people come on Joe Rogan's podcast and say, "Hey, I've been seeing UFOs. Fucking, I'm not even a fucking fool. I'm actually a decorated U.S. Army Navy veteran. Why would I fucking be lying? I really saw this, and these guys are looking like fucking real deal fuckers." And CIA operators are coming and fucking throwing theories saying, "Hey, we might not know, like we might be getting all these orders from from another outer worldly intelligence, or we don't know. We just don't know because AI could have already taken over. We're just going with our plan or fucking what are we certain about? What? Nothing. Nothing. ஏதோ ಗೊತ್ತಾ அப்படியே economy அது இது உம்மாலே what dude, like fucking hell, like bro, I left India for one fucking reason alone. I was like, I would be able to fucking get to know what the fuck is up if I leave India. you know I left India and I'm like, what are all this Western bullshit is like fucking. And another theory that I've recently come up with is, bro, I think these guys are disgusted looking at Indians because Indians show them a part of themselves that they have hidden. The rawness, the fucking raw, ugly being of what the human is. What are shitting on the beach, fucking like what are being uncomfortable in situations, being hysterical, being all it makes them very very uncomfortable from what I understand. It's like this is what human is. I think that's what it tells them, and they are not comfortable with that. They are not comfortable with with anything, with fucking Indians, red Indians, blacks. No, the second they like to fucking full on some sort of weird, absurd, polished idea of what it is to be human, and they have this in their heads, and it's like fucking 16th century France. These guys were dressing up like absolute bitches, putting powder on their face.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Ain't you led me on a merry
what
old
the?
dance. Come on down now.
No,
Lady said you had
I
a
remember seeing
contract.
one fucking post, like it's like some conservative, they do the reacts, right? Like some conservatives, like, oh, look at what happened to men. It's fucked up,
Hmm.
right? And then
Hmm.
they're showing who that guy, the one guy from One Direction, is wearing a
Hmm.
dress,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then some other one black artist, he was also wearing a dress and something. They're like, oh, this was
Hmm.
happening to the condition of men. They're feminizing men. And
Hmm.
then this chick is showing one montage of like all like from artists to like fucking go all the way back to France and shit, where like they're showing people like Prince, people like David Bowie, and they go back, they
Hmm.
go back, they go back, they go back. They're showing all these French kings with all fucking makeup and wigs and shit, and they're like, bro, like
Hmm.
this is yeah, this is your,
You want
this is
me?
what you're
What
talking
the?
about, yeah,
Get me.
This is exactly what I'm saying. This
Hold
whole
on there.
yeah.
bullshit about
So
you
long,
know,
dummy.
oh, you are all pussies. 90s kids are pussies. 2000 kids are pussies. 80s kids are slightly better. You know, as of 70s.
Mm.
So you go watch old Hitchcock movies. Most of the heroes there are look like bitches. If you see the heroes right now, they look like fucking men compared to those guys who are highly relatable. Their
Oh
movements were
shit!
like
Wait 1
fucking.
second. What the fuck was that? Oh my god! What? Holy shit!
What
The
up?
fuck was this? Oh my god! This has
What
never
happened?
happened to me. What? So, oh, I'm playing Reddit too. Just
Oh, okay.
doing some like random shit, and this is
Hmm.
the one new thing I have never seen before. I'm looking at right now. That was fucking
Are you
wild.
recording it?
I'm streaming right now. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, have you seen Man Bear Pig? Have you heard of that?
You've told me about it, but you'll have to run me through it again.
So it's a character from South Park
Hmm.
where they make fun of Al Gore, one politician, for global warming or something, and
Okay.
they the creature they give it as Man Bear Pig, where it's like a man bear and a pig sewn together,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then in one of the later, like 20 years later, one of the seasons where there's an actual man bear pig come to life and wreaks havoc.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
because of that, Reddit too made that as an Easter egg. In
Oh, okay.
if you go into one of the houses, you will find one
Hmm.
statue of this man bear pig, like
Mm-hmm.
just fucking standing there. It's just like a small Easter egg, like a nod to South Park.
Mm-hmm.
But you only find it in one particular house. But in one of these some
Okay.
stranger missions, this guy has
Hmm.
spawned and he's chasing after me. Like he came to attack
Mm-hmm.
me, which was like pretty wild. I'm like, I've never seen this before. I played this game like 4 times. Yeah, it was like
And
wild.
you're playing it again.
Yeah. And this time I'm like doing like some random save I picked up and I'm doing like the most random shit. Like, yeah. So I'm just like, I don't have the map on. I don't have the crosshair on. I don't have anything on. I'm just
Just
right.
fucking cowboying.
Yeah.
Because the way Big Fanny tells it, you spent all of our takings on a
It's
case
just
of a
yeah. It's
French
actually pretty fun. Like you should see like the shit we were talking and like what's showing on screen. It's like exactly what we planned. Like yeah, just some random
Oh,
shit going
okay,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what this fucking Destiny guy is doing, but if we're able to fucking do a lot trippier video.
Yeah, no, this is a trippy video. You should see this. The shit we're talking about in one. Fuck, what were you talking about? That was wild. Like you were talking about human. I mean, yeah, this whole has all been about that, but like at one point it was almost like a contrast because I was fucking stabbing people to death randomly.
Yeah.
Out of your ass.
So it's like wow, like shit. And then in one there is like I'm riding through the sunlight. There's like sun rays going through the trees and shit. It's like a beautiful fucking scene.
Pains me to say it.
And then I ride up the hill. I see a village like a fucking 500 meters away. I'm like, whoa, yeah,
Rough don't suit me.
yeah, it's nice.
Bro,
Yeah.
that sounds much better than the fucking shit Destiny has on the screen. It gives me a headache.
I don't know. His is like autistic nerd shit.
All worked out.
Like there's one game. I checked his Steam profile. This dude.
Thanks for
So this was one of his longest arcs. So how these work is they're like almost like seasons. So each game is kind of like a season. So if you actually sit through it, you can actually see how the game is progressing. Right, and that's its
Okay.
own tiny arc. And people who follow this and who understand the game are like, oh, and they're like giving him tips. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. This equation you've done is wrong for this fucking for the scenario. And yeah, it's like some fucking nerd shit. Yeah. And he just goes, so yeah, so one of the biggest arcs, like with the most drama from all these bitches, and the people he looks for, right? He's very open about this as well. He's like, bro, I don't want to talk to people I agree with all the time. Like I want to see like like different people. And again, that's where his like debate scenario will also work. But the other aspect of it is like there's more like interesting people with their own versions to tell, basically.
Yeah.
Right, and it becomes like another story. And he's like, he likes that fucking, the contrast and the fucking rivalry, the fights and shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's also coming to a point where he's very well aware that the people he's facing are not the people he wants to be associated or linked with.
Yeah, they're just
And
people
I-
online. Like, yeah, he's an entity.
Yeah.
He's not that part of that entity. He's just an entity. Like, yeah.
No, so what I observed is in this fucking debate he had with this gay dude.
Milo. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He was
And
a fella,
I didn't find anything interesting about that debate, and neither did he, I think.
Yeah, no, he was like, bro, why the
Except for
fuck
the-
would I want to be there? Like, fuck this. Like, yeah, in one of the other, he says, like, I did this because of the people. Like, if he was gonna be such a bitch, like, I'm never like doing this shit with this fucker again. Like, yeah, because he's debated with this guy, like, I think some 5 years ago or something, where they actually had a fucking conversation. It wasn't just like they were actually. It wasn't more like, oh, I'm going to counter your arguments either. It was like actual conversation. Like, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying here. Like, but like this, and yeah, they're just talking about American culture, politics, and shit like that. And it was like, yeah, it was much whatever the fuck this was. Yeah, it was just a shit show. But yeah.
No, but there I got a feeling that this guy's like he doesn't want to be associated with these kind of people anymore. Is what I kind of understood.
Yeah. No, he's like, no, he's shit. Skalai. And it's crazy, like the people who, like, it's one way, like, this is where for me I started tripping out, and this the probably the only guy who does this, or probably one of the very few guys who does this, where like now you see the left, there's like a circle of the left, and then you see the right, there's a circle of the right, and then you see any particular group, there's a circle of the group, right? Like you'll see here they're toe dipping, but all of that is mostly just Joe Rogan, who's like another person like that, who just like interesting people he brings on, like yeah. And I guess Lex Freedom and also, and there's like only like a few people. I mean, like those guys are like professional, right? But more like it's like a podcast. Like it's like you're like, okay, we are doing this. This guy is just bringing them on, is talking to them, or like they come on, like because it's like they go into his orbit. Like it's also like a transaction, right? Like yeah, like you know. We can chat people, and there's like small time fucking dudes, and they're like guys with like huge subscribers and shit, and all of them are just sitting in one room fucking talking. Yeah. And like that's where for me where it clicked for me was like with Gideon stream, because that guy was talking like how Mr. Beast was talking in the Joe Rogan podcast.
Flagrant.
Yeah. No, Flagrant
Okay.
it was like a lot more like fun. Like this one was like
Oh, thank you.
he like breaking down
Fucking,
like
I was done for there.
like Flagrant's also like a lot of
Had a
like
bite of that plant over
unless it's with the
there,
boys, it's more like interview,
my
right? Like,
guts like a
oh yeah, we're
freight
Yeah.
talking about you. We're revolving around like your
It's
fucking
that little
realm.
one over there
Yeah.
with the pink
Yeah.
flowers.
So this guy was
You're our
like,
guest. We want to know you.
yeah, this guy was like, what the, you're coming on? Come on for the talk. If you disagree with me,
Yeah,
fucking
I
come
think you've
disagree.
sold
Like,
me on that.
yeah, and
plan.
people,
Yeah.
so people just tune into his stream. They're like, oh, what? Like, okay, this is what he's saying. Like, another stream, one doctor came and he's fucking explaining, like, he's trying to help Destiny explain his point about like some like medical stats and shit like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then it's just like
There we go.
the people he like touches is much more casual and it's much more like live and it's live. So you're there, like you're talking in person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a phone call and it's a live phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's yeah, the feeling and the conversation that's had is like much like it's a different feeling basically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Way
yeah.
it
No,
moves.
I've tried it, bro. I've tried it, but the parts that you're talking about, where it's just a casual conversation and they just fucking talking shit,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I wasn't like
No,
I'm like,
you
bro.
can't sit through it like that. No.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, I listen to it when like something else is going on. It's like running in the back. I'm not even looking at this fucker. Like, yeah, someone like it's like just like live radio basically. If I could compare it to that. So
Yeah.
like
No,
radio playing in the back, and then it's like yeah.
that I do with Lex Friedman, and
Okay.
sometimes with if Joe Rogan's getting in some fucking awesome fucking guests, fuck yeah. But I do this with bro. Lex Friedman is a gift.
Okay.
Lex Friedman, I can't say because bro, he made it so accessible. He made the intellectual world so accessible. Like it's just like you stretch your arm and you can touch it. He's got everybody on his podcast. Everybody. Fucking mathematician who are working on consciousness, the best #1 mathematician in the planet at the moment. Fucking people who are working with AI, top researchers, top, very top. The guy who's going to give AI the test to check if AI is sentient or no, he brought that guy onto the podcast.
Okay.
Bro, his podcast is there's nothing okay about and the extent he goes to is also great. He got that not prostitute, the porn actress, Ayla girl,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he got her, and she's sitting there, and she's like, "Hey, you know what I'm proud about?" And this guy's like, "What?" He's like, "I have the biggest fetish statistics collection in the world.
Okay.
This is what I have. I have. This is my most prized possessions. I know fetishes. Like fucking Freud would have. I don't know. He would have loved that fucking collection
Yeah.
to sit and dissect.
Yeah.
You know. And it's the people he gets on is just fucking great. Oh, fucking okay. He got Kanye West and all, bro. You can. So that Kanye West, even Ayla, Destiny, all of them are more pop. They're important figures, nevertheless, but they're still pop. You know, the intellectual, the intellectual guests this guy gets is fucking like you can see the love in their eyes when they're talking about maths, and you're like, wow, what the? Where did you find these? Like, how the fuck? And he keeps with them. You know, he keeps toe to toe with them. He's read a book or a few articles before they come in, like full research.
Okay.
And he knows the questions. He knows the questions. If he doesn't know the questions, he calls up another fucking famous physicist and says, "Hey, can you help me with questions? What should I ask this man?"
Okay.
And and he's like, "Hey, this famous physicist gave me these questions, and I'd like to ask you." It's fucking awesome. Even Joe Rogan is fucking pro, and I think that's probably where I didn't like Destiny, and that just became a bias from there on. It grew into a fucking like. He goes on to Lex Friedman, and he is like fucking like it felt like he was downplaying Joe Rogan. And for me, like I'm no fucking I'm not like Joe Rogan, like I'm more Lex Friedman fucking because bro, beautiful and such a fucking like the questions he puts forth is as in, sometimes it sounds naive and it sounds very plasticky, but they're beautiful questions nevertheless. He's like, what about compassion? What about love? You know, he always brings them. He's like, what? Like, where is the human in this? Okay, you are all machine. You're talking about AI. Where is the human? You are talking about physics. Where is the human? Like, he always fucking brings that up strategically, but he brings it up. You know, it's beautiful. And with Joe Rogan, he's just Joe Rogan. I fucking watched a debate between geologists, and that was conducted by Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Between geologists, and then fucking there's this guy who's claiming that bro, you're not geologists, archaeologists. Your archaeology is shit. Like you guys are not asking a lot of questions. You're in fact scared to even ask them. And then if someone else asks them, you just push them aside and you call them nuts and you call them fucking idiots.
Okay.
You know, like basic questions that we all have. What happened before hunter-gatherers? Or when were the last hunter-gatherers? It still seems that 12,000 years ago there are structures all over India that you can't say hunter-gatherers built them at all. They are too technologically advanced for hunter-gatherers to have it, having built such huge temples for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just hunting and gathering and then you're fucking being a nomad, why the fuck would you build such a big structure? How long did it take to build that structure? Like, why am I being targeted? You know, so 3.5 hours, Joe Rogan's interview. I just don't see a time where this kind of access was available for people.
I don't think
Bro.
it ever was. Yeah.
Nah. Okay, these are all recent. Okay, you go on to YouTube. Fuck, dude, like, what the? Every recorded debate there has been before is there. Like, psychoanalysis, so much I learned just by listening to old debates.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fucking... Again, if this time we are able to prolong at least 30, 40 years more. If this we are able to prolong till our lifetime, bro, we're set.
Wait, come again? Just what?
I'm saying if this access to information, this free flow of information,
okay.
this, like follow your curiosity. If you're able to do this and somehow are able to financially manage, if this spell goes on for the next 1 decade, we are set. We'll have a good fucking time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. And the more I talk to these older people who are all like fucking, nah, you should have been there in the 60s. Why? Oh, there were hippies and drugs. Bro, have you heard of fentanyl? Like fentanyl, what the fuck are you talking about? Drugs, like there are no drug problems now. You know how many people get stoned? Definitely more people than in the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
Every other motherfucker is stoned.
Yeah. Shit, I'm stoned right now.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, today's fucking this thing was like I just had to like restock vegetables and I was like on my way back and then I'm seeing my dealer walking to me and I'm like, hey, I didn't get anything. And then he's like, dude, one of Mukun's friend has gotten, but this dude is like he's stuck in some fucking traffic and an accident or some shit, right? I was like, oh, he's like, could you just keep it? I was like, okay, cool, like, yeah. And I got some free bud from that. I'm like, okay, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
But no, this is the
Good shit.
the issue is yeah, it can only stay at this. I'm never fucking buying weed and all. Fuck that. Oh my god. Yeah.
Good shit.
It's like, and like this itself, I'm like, Whoa, okay, yeah. I because I don't know. There's the it's not what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at all.
No,
There's like,
it like fucks up the head. Just
yeah,
gets it very cloudy, and I
yeah.
can feel it right now. What the?
No, and for me, and like the best part about it is like the minor part about it. Like it's like one for me. It's like 1/2 an hour. It's like woo, fuck yeah, like like it's like that one rise and then I
Goes off.
yeah, and then once it goes off, it's just slug. Like I'm like really
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I dislike about weed. And now I'm thinking I'm like this did not happen to me in Himachal. Maybe it's Himachal weed, and then I realized it's not even the weed. It's Himachal. The environment there, it's like just the shit around like will put you in a different mode, right? Like and the time I had there and everything, all of that combined is like, of course I didn't want to fucking feel sluggish because I had like, I had the time and the ability to just fucking go and do shit, like do whatever, like just walk outside. Yeah. So, hello? Shit. Is the call? Oh, the fuck? Hello? Your phone might have stopped. Bruh. 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 The fuck was I searching for? Shit.
This is the first out of 1,000 deaf people that we're gonna help hear again. And she hasn't heard her mother's voice in 4 years. Can you hear?
Jalebi.
Next, we help Kaylee, Sudi, and even entire families hear their loved ones again. But they are only a few of the 1,000 people that we are going to help hear again today. We got our hands on over $3 million of cutting-edge hearing technology that, unlike old hearing aids, analyzes people's specific hearing needs, allowing them to hear again without causing any damage.
Can you hear me talking now?
Yes.
Oh my God. Wait, he can hear me.
I'm gonna cry.
You just saved my dad's life.
And our 10th person was Aisha.
I used to watch him like a lot. Like I like.
Used to?
No, stop.
What happened?
No, guys,
I know
no,
this
no.
is over.
No.
Go ahead, do a test.
Mommy.
She can't hear you yet, but she will in 3, 2, 1.
I can hear my baby girl.
I can hear my voice in my left ear now.
How's it sound? He's dancing.
Oh my God.
This is amazing.
Did you hear that?
I can.
At this point, we've helped over 40 people hear again. But on top of that, we wanted to give them a little surprise. This is $10,000. It's yours. Here you go. We also want to give you $10,000 to make this day a little bit better.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just don't have a heart attack, please. Which is better, hearing or the 10 grand?
The hearing, because I can hear my baby.
Do you watch the channel? Can you guys close your eyes and can I borrow you for 1 second? Can you tell them you guys just won $10,000? Okay, open your eyes.
You won $10,000.
Oh my God. I get home and have a heart attack.
Please don't. What is with everyone and having heart attacks this video? Turn around and look at the camera and you just go subscribe.
Subscribe.
There you go. Ivy's the next big YouTuber. Why don't we give you $10,000 as well? Here you go.
The hearing aids was enough, but that is awesome.
Not only did we want to help you hear, we also wanted to give you $10,000 on top of it.
I'm rich.
What are you going to spend the money on? You mentioned you have 12 grandkids? No, in here is $12,000. No way. So now you can give a grand to each of your grandkids. You can just tell me my jokes are dumb. Here you go.
What do you want me to do with this?
Is there something you want to buy?
Lots of things I want to buy.
Well, now you can. When we were talking earlier, they mentioned you guys enjoyed jet ski.
Is there anything you want that you don't want to spend the money on?
Jet ski for him. His jet ski broke down. Who are you?
Mr. Reese.
Can I hug you?
Wait, did you just realize who I am?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know what you.
Yeah, I'm the one who helped you here. Well, now that you know who I am, can I surprise you guys with something? Okay, I went out and I bought a brand new jet ski for you guys.
I was going to sell my wife to try to get it.
Oh, really? I got you.
Thank you so much.
And while we were busy helping more people, I sent Nolan to give a gift to one of our youngest patients.
I've got some custom pink hearing aids for you.
Look at that.
Listen, what do you say we go get some more toys? We're just gonna go to the toy aisle and you just go crazy, all right? It's Jimmy's money.
I'm taking all his money. Yes.
Oh, what's that?
You like this sound?
You need more. Obi. This is my best thing ever. Thank you, Mr. Reese.
This is the darndest thing I've ever heard of.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
And I mean, my word, you know,
You can hear.
I can hear really good.
I hear myself pretty good.
Try talking to him from back there.
Colton, who's the best quarterback ever?
Peyton Manning.
He hears very well.
To test your new hearing, we got you tickets to the upcoming championship basketball game for you and your whole family to go to. What better way to break in your new hearing than going to a Taylor Swift concert? Then experience it with your new hearing.
Welcome to Houston. Hello, friends.
These are like the best seats we've ever had for a basketball game.
But we didn't want to only help people in the United States. Which is why we flew to Mexico to help 200 deaf people. Come on. Leobardo and Salomai have always wanted to hear their daughter's voice, but are unable to afford hearing technology. However, today, that's about to change. Been saying repeatedly over sign language, they're so excited to hear us say mama and papa for the first time. They're flicking them on. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Papa? Papa?
You can hear? Yeah.
Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you.
You should be able to hear now. What's it like? Aww. She hasn't heard properly for 67 years. 3, 2, 1. ¿Cómo se siente?
Bien.
Yeah.
¿Te lo oído bien?
How much different is it?
Mucho.
And we also went to Guatemala, Brazil, and we also helped hundreds of people in South Africa, Malawi, and Indonesia. And I learned while filming this video that providing hearing isn't the only way to connect people. Sign language connects people whether they can hear or not. But access to learning sign language is still very limited in many places. So we're gonna donate $100,000 to organizations around the world that are teaching people sign language. But aside from that, we still have our final person left to help.
Subscribe.
There you go.
What the? Oh, the mighty.
I need to get healthy, dude. Because, yeah, I've been fucking up bad, dude.
I will say,
Really bad.
if this isn't real, he's doing a great job acting.
Don't ask too
Okay.
Have you got another problem?
Twitter video is playback speed now. Oh, thank God.
So, yeah, I'll be gone for a couple of months, and I'll never think of this bitch again. I'm, really sick, actually. I feel like, do you want some sad music with this shit? I'm really sick, and I'm not joking. I'm really sick, and that's why I was like, fucking ruin my last stream, bitch. I thought, because I said, Mike, we're doing 8,000 to 9,000 per last stream, and then she ruined that fucking 7. But yeah, I'm really sick, actually. Not this cough, like it's something else, but I'm really sick. No, not rehab, fuck. No, I'm unhealthy, like body-wise. No, liver is not bad. It's not. I'm really unhealthy body-wise. I'm gonna be in and out clinics and hospitals, and I've been ignoring it for a month. Here, I'll play sad music so you guys feel me. Oh no, keep going away. The truth is, chat, why I was so excited to keep going is because, and I'm not gonna ask for money or start a GoFundMe or anything. It's just, like, it's too late anyway, but I should have been taking care of my health, man. I was like drinking, having fun, and forgetting about it. We're just blocking it. But, yeah, there was some money I had saved up for this, for what I'm doing, and, yeah, I have severe leukemia.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, he played that music and that shit was working, and that's why I was getting mad.
I have severe leukemia. I don't believe it.
It's bad. Fuck, man, I was supposed to do it on my stream. I was gonna do one banger stream and then knock it out. And, yeah, I'm really sick, dude. So I had those comments on Twitter, like, John, you look fucked up. You look like a crackhead. You're dying. So I'm not a crackhead. In an Adderall, I'm not a crackhead. I just drink alcohol. I'm not a crackhead. Yeah. No, it's been years.
Wait, pause. He said it's been years he's had leukemia?
I think he said 4 years. Hold on.
Yeah. No, it's been years.
Oh, it's been years.
4.
4 years.
4 years straight. Probably longer, but 4 since I diagnosed. Since I was trolling? Not bad. Bro. I'm still doing my stream, though. I'm still doing one banker. Just not on mics. For my people, and I'll be back in a couple months. And yeah, anyways, I'll take this game as well. Yeah, no, I was supposed to get treatment way sooner, and I had the money. Well, they said they were raising it, but then this woman scammed half of the charity's money, and that woman is here with us on Kick tonight, and her name is Dan Dangler, the scamming bitch.
Did you see anything, hear anything about this?
No, I don't know who that is.
I'm probably misquoting this, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But he like made a joke about being a pedophile, and I think she kicked him out of the house, and I think he hates her now or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what there was, and not a penny more.
Where are my cancer sticks, Brody? Hey, yo, Brody, where are my cancer sticks? You lie.
Gracious of you.
I don't believe this. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Till he shows some kind of medical record. I absolutely don't believe it.
I thought leukemia made you bald. Let me look this shit up.
Technically, cancers don't make you bald, or there might be some cancer.
The chemotherapy does.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a name for the condition of like losing hair of the head that a lot of chemo drugs will cause you to fucking do. Yeah. Ugh. Have you thought of having Twister for one of your friends over? Would you play Twister with me?
No. No, that just doesn't even sound enjoyable. You know why I actually didn't think we should do an activity?
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I feel like a lot of times you just want to be home streaming.
True. Rollerblading was fun though. I enjoyed that.
It was. But I feel like for you, like even when you out to dinner sometimes, like sometimes you just want to be home streaming or just doing other shit on the PC, which I think is fine. I think it's just what you want to do.
I'm trying to work over here, okay?
Yeah. I don't even think it's work.
I'm trying to retire.
I honestly think even if you didn't make money doing this shit, you'd still be online.
Maybe. Oh my god. Can we practice?
Practice what?
Doing an ABBA and Preach video? We have to stand, right?
We would have to stand.
Okay. I'll try to find something later for us to react to. All right.
Okay.
I don't have the same floorboards.
Wait, aren't you worried about being labeled a reaction channel afterwards, and then constantly being discredited because you're a reaction channel?
That is true. I don't think anything would be more embarrassing than being a channel where I sit on a couch and do reactions, because that would basically make me the TMZ of YouTube, right? I don't think she. You know what's embarrassing? I'm only going to respond to anything she tweets now. Oh, ABBA and Bleach. True.
There you go. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Jesus. I think it's an Indian dude that tweets for her.
Yeah.
I think she's given him like, here's like 25 NPC talking points, or just like some variation of this, and just like fire away like every 2 hours. I don't think, is she really on her phone tweeting like every 2 hours? Like the most obnoxious, obvious, baiting, low tier, red pill. It kind of sounds like what she normally says anyway, huh?
It does, but I just think somebody knows the same talking points, so it works well. I mean, people got editors for TikTok and everything else. I highly doubt people manage their own social medias. I know people manage their Instagram, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know what she's been writing.
It just every imaginable pick. I'm trying to not use pick me anymore, but like every.
Why is that bad? Ain't that what she is?
I'm in like a middle ground right now for things like pick me or like Uncle Tom or like any of these like token things. I don't know if I'm mixed on if they should ever be used or not, because like technically when I say pick me, I'm saying that like your opinion is now disregarded because you're a woman. It's like the Uncle Tom for women. Like is there ever like an acceptable place to use it, do you think?
Is that what that means when you're saying that? Your opinion is invalid because you're...
Pick me is basically saying you're a woman that's trying to like win favor with men by shitting on other women.
Or the other way I would see it is that by shitting on other women, like you understanding your identity, you're utilizing that.
Yeah, but how do you know that, right? That's the thing. Because it could genuinely be her opinion. They could just be really dog shit opinions. It has nothing to do with being a pick me.
I think though, just the 180 of how she used to talk to how she talks now is I think what makes me think the whole it's a bit of a pick me grift.
It could be.
Yeah, like there's no way to 100% know.
Yeah.
Because you can't get in her brain to get her to admit it. But oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
what, autofocus?
Yeah, I don't there's a button I can push. I'm gonna fuck all my shit up right now.
Alright.
We'll figure it out.
Do we have to wear these headphones or is it just when you play videos?
It helps you hear your voice and it helps you hear videos. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like
I don't want to fuck up your
yeah, I feel like I'm about to enter a spaceship. These headphones are crazy. Oh my god. What's the last IRL stream you did?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea.
What's an activity you would actually want to do on stream?
An activity that I actually want to do.
On stream. I'll repeat it so they can hear you, even if you're not on the mic. Someone said TwitchCon.
Hold on. Okay, I am in.
Alright, he's trying to figure this shit out. And I can hear Melina in the background just yelling about something.
Good.
Is she on stream?
Yep. You're a whole fucking streamer house right now, you know?
Yeah. How does it feel that every time you have Farah over, who's like your neighbor now, Melina's always like, yo, fuck this bitch.
Yo, fuck what?
Well, fuck Farah. How do you say her name? Farah?
My best friend, so what do you mean?
I heard she hates her ass.
No, Shaw, who told you that?
Her stream did. Nah, she doesn't?
Nah, no shot. That sounds wild.
Yo, shout out to Melina, man. She saw you getting mistreated and being clip chimped, and then just shat on by everyone, being like perceived as some kind of rapist. And she said, "You know what? That's my husband. Fuck that bitch, even if he takes her back." I respect it. I respect that. Melina cares about you so much. She's like, I don't care if you invite her over 10 times for collabs. I never want to have dinner with that whore. Her words, not mine. Someone said, fucking watch it. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I have an argument with a girl, I'd be saying that shit.
Watch it.
Watch it. Fucking watch it. And then I get her to role play with me. She's like, Abba, your abuse is sick. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I've seen that video, that line to me just sounds like theater.
It's funny.
Steven, your abuse is sick.
Watch it.
I don't know people that talk like that.
They've been through therapy. Those are therapy words.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. So
Your
the
abuse is
autofocus
sick.
is off now, but how do I actually like change what it's?
The focus should be on the actual lens itself. You should be able to, like, can you just turn the knob on the lens?
It's not that kind of thing.
No, it doesn't have a manual lens like right here.
This is called a prime lens. It doesn't have a.
Oh, okay. In that case, you know what you need to do? You need to set the autofocus to where it needs to be using autofocus, and then turn it off. You don't do it before.
There's gotta be a way to just like adjust the focus.
I wouldn't know, but I would tell you to turn the autofocus back on. I'll get in position, then turn it off. Where?
Hold on. Gotta look it up. We're resourceful men, okay?
Can you put on some gloves?
Prime lens has a focus ring.
Someone says touch the display. I don't know what that means. Oh, so it does have a focus ring.
Oh my god.
You fucking... I just told you that.
I don't know how to focus. That's fucking wild.
Every lens I've ever had has a focus ring. I was like, nah, not this one.
Not this one, bro.
It 100% has a focus. Here. You see where my hand is?
Yeah, bro, I got it now.
Yeah, all right, we're good.
Hell yes!
Yeah, okay,
We're in business!
I was so confused when you said it didn't have a focus ring. I'm like, pretty much every lens does.
Yeah, well, you know what? So does your mom, so.
Yeah. I have a lens with like manual aperture rings as well. Those are good. Those are older though, generally.
God damn. Alright, what's up?
What were we talking about just before this?
Oh my god, dude.
Go for it.
We should get into UFC or MMA commentary. And we can be like, when you get like all bruised up, don't they call it like black and blue?
There's no. Are you gonna dye your hair blue again?
If we do a UFC MMA commentary, I will.
I don't think. Have you even ever watched a fight?
I watch all of Jake Paul's fights, and I'm rooting for him exclusively always.
Boxing fights. Nah, yeah. I don't watch everything like that. I do appreciate it every now and then. I'll probably watch tonight's hair. That's about it. I didn't know it was F1 this weekend when I came through. You gonna go to the races?
Fuck no. F1?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the question again. What is an IRL activity you'd want to do?
Well,
other than like,
I like going to restaurants. I like hanging out with the ladies. I like getting hot chocolate.
Okay.
Rollerblading was fun. I like shooting.
Shooting, okay.
Yeah, I like off-roading.
Have you done any IRL shooting guns, or is that illegal?
You can do it on Kick, but you can't do it on
YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Okay. What else?
Off-roading is fun. I've gone jet skiing a few times. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are those activities that you have to like really dredge up the energy to want to go do, or is it a lot of times like there's stuff like, oh, we could, but I'd rather just stay home and stream or just relax?
Okay, here's my issue. Okay,
go hit it.
And I think that I've either been spoiled by the internet or I just have lost my edge in real life. Okay. I feel like every time I go out of this house to do anything, it's so time consuming.
Yeah, it is.
Like at home, it's like I need to order 3 things, boom, 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 boom. But like in real life, it's like I need to go to the bank. I gotta block out like 2 hours for that.
Sure.
Because I gotta go to the bank, which is fine. But then I gotta like wait for a banker, sit in the thing, talk to some guy. He's gonna call a dude. Like I went to the bank yesterday to wire some money, and it took literally 2.5 hours. So I feel like every time I gotta do anything in real life, it just takes much time.
What about stuff you enjoy? Does the time-consuming aspect of it really like drain you?
Well, if I'm not gonna have lots of fun, if I'm spending like 3 hours setting the activity up and then leaving the activity, like 1 hour doing the activity, I'm like, fuck.
Okay, that's fair. So let's take an activity you really enjoy. Give me an example. So we can take.
I like shooting. Shooting is a lot of fun.
Okay, so that one would be very time-consuming to set up.
It shouldn't be. Well, there's no ranges on Miami Beach, so the closest range is like fucking 35-40 minutes away.
Well, driving or by Uber? Whatever.
Driving, yeah.
Okay. So the process of having to go there and then spend the time going back makes it not worth the time sometimes.
Maybe, yeah. I could probably do that though. I just need to do that. Just haven't done that. Oh, my car's in the shop right now. That's another thing that's like taking time. So my car's in the shop. It took like a week, and then I went to pick my car up yesterday, and the guy's like, "Oh, do you have your lug nut key? Do you know what that is?"
No.
Do you have a car?
Is it just for the wheels?
Kind of. On a lot of, I think it might be on every newer car or on some performance cars. If you've got whatever wheels, they have like special lug nuts that you need a particular key to turn. So we can steer your wheel.
Got you.
Yeah, it's not on my lug nut key. So now it's another 3 days for them to do my car.
Waiting for that.
Fuck everything.
Yeah.
It's just always a thing, you know.
Is there nothing? I guess maybe I just don't understand that mindset. For me, there's like certain activities that if I know I'm going to go out to do, even if it's 30 minutes to get there and 30 minutes to get back, I don't get bothered by the time because I know I'm going to be really emotionally rewarded by doing the activity itself.
I think my issue is I'm very like streamer brained.
Yeah.
Especially
what is that?
now.
What is that?
Now that I'm running all these contracts, now every time I'm like spending hours not streaming, I'm just watching the money like shitting down the toilet. And I'm like, I could be hitting my Rumble contract right now. I could be hitting my Kick contract right now. I could just be streaming on YouTube right now. There's like a million things I need to cover, a million things I need to watch, a million people I need to talk to. Orbiters that I need to bring on my stream to let ruin the stream for 7, and I'm not doing it. It makes it harder sometimes probably to plug into the real life stuff, to be more present for real life stuff. I think I'm just like running right now on a lot of like accumulated baggage, and I need to like take like 3 days to like wipe my...
Accumulated baggage being work or mental stuff?
I think everything. I think personal, mental, psychological.
Yeah.
That was a School of Rock reference, sorry.
Okay. I thought you were saying mental and psychological just to be funny.
No. Wait, have you ever seen School of Rock?
No, I don't know.
Fuck! Oh, it's one of the best movies of all time.
I don't be watching movies like that, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, fuck. I've just been doing a ton of shit lately.
All right. So.
And then even these guys, this guy will say some shit like this.
And then you're going to ban him?
Vacation. I think I've traveled and done like 20 fucking real life podcasts that have probably been like career relevant over the past like 3 or 4 months, and there's a lot of traveling, and it's really good for me because I'm like everywhere right now, right? From Chris Williamson to fucking Alex Jones, like everything is good. But then these fucking retards, as soon as I get back, it's like, why does he never stream? Oh, he's on a vacation. Oh, he's not even doing anything. The thing that is killing me right now is that like half of these guys are joking, but the other half don't know it's a joke. And then these guys will keep memeing it so hard that in like 6 months, like 95% will think it's real, and only 5% will think it's a joke. And then it makes
you feel like you have a responsibility to like make them realize they're wrong?
Well, when a perception of me existed, I don't think it's true. It fucking bothers the fuck out of me.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, it does. I don't care if people think I'm like if your opinion of me is that I'm racist or something, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
Or like,
I think that's a problem you have. I think like being that deeply invested in other people's perception. I understand it's important to some degree, but like when we had that conversation before, and you were telling me that like was it Darius and Irrelevant were having Lav on, that was bothering me. You don't want to do anything because you don't want to be perceived one way or whatever. It's like, no, bro. Honestly, if somebody I work with often was rocking with somebody who accused me of grape, I wouldn't rock with that person ever again. That's me personally.
Yeah, I think
I don't care how other people perceive it. I don't want to be involved with that.
Yeah, August still has the Change My Mind event. I don't know why he hasn't posted it yet. Okay, but when you say Destiny, your Change My Mind events were treasure trove content. The first one I did actually was. I'm pretty sure my one debate with Strader has over 1 million views. You're actually just fucking retarded. You want Mango Bird? Cut your fucking wrists, you stupid fuck. Remember, down the highway, not across the street. Okay, don't miss, retard. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we're definitely on Rumble.
Yeah, the issue is that like I just have to be cognizant of people's perceptions of me, because like you kind of live and die in certain communities based on the perceptions of you, right? Like if I'm going into like red pill communities, like their perception of me is going to change literally how they perceive my message. Or you know, in political communities, their perception of me is going to change like how effectively I can communicate to them, et cetera, et cetera. You know, like So it's something I have to manage it. There was for a long time, probably for like 10 years, I kind of ran on that, oh, like I don't give a fuck about the perceptions of me kind of thing, because I was like always doing my own thing or whatever. But especially over the past like year and a half, as I've been like aggressively branching out into other communities, balancing that perception between everybody has been frustrating and challenging.
I don't think it's manageable, and I think as you get bigger and you start to touch more communities, that becomes more and more impossible.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're gonna fracture yourself so hard, it's not gonna be tenable. I just don't see how it is. You can't manage that perception, and also people have a vested interest in misrepresenting you or not being able to see your point in its entirety, because politically you're just not aligned with them. And so their tribal nature will want to turn. So I think it's a losing battle to try to control that all the time. I actually think you're better off amplifying the strengths of your message and then garnering as many people as that, rather than trying to get the naysayers to actually see the truth. Maybe other people disagree with that, but I think it's better for your mental, and I think it's also better for your growth.
Yeah, I agree on the mental part. I'm not sure the growth part. There's a balance. There's going to be some balance to like balancing other people's perceptions versus not worrying as much about it, but yeah.
I don't know. Take Hassan, for example. I don't think he does a great job of managing that perception at all.
Maybe. I think he's obsessed.
I think he is obsessed. Well, I don't think he does a good job. What I think he does well is he just leans into his fucking crazy perspective, and I think it leans well into his political group. And so that's it. That's all he ever focuses on.
I think he manages his perception of him very well. Almost none of his personal stuff is online. He's very careful about almost all of that. He exclusively tries to network with larger creators, and then he's exclusively hitting on like popular progressive talking points. I think that his image is relatively narrow, and he does a really good job at just like hammering away at that.
One thing he doesn't do is he doesn't go and try to appeal to the red pill. One thing he doesn't do, or is try to manage his perception in right wing. He doesn't give a fuck. He says, "Go fuck yourself. I know who my crowd is," and I think it works well for his growth. So both for his probably mental to some degree in his growth is like, I don't give a fuck what this community thinks. If they think I'm some kind of lefty cuck who lets like Valkyrie get pegged every week, then like whatever. It is what it is. He doesn't care what they think, and I think it's probably better for him to do that.
Yeah, I agree. But like, if my goal, my branding is essentially like reaching out to other communities that are hostile towards me, then I think that like my goal is a little bit different, right? So I have to manage my brand a little bit differently.
Sure. Okay. What does that look like for you to reach out to these communities? What's your goal when you're doing this red pill content? Because you said it's really important. Why do you keep covering it?
Well, right now it's just because it's like in my feed and it's peripheral to me constantly, so I'm kind of bombarded with it, right? Okay. A lot of the people in my community, a lot of things are showing up on Twitter, and then a lot of the intersections I have on YouTube, and a lot of my audience now has come from like red pill communities and stuff.
Okay.
Why do I cover it? Because some of it is just so wrong and stupid. I haven't found an effect. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck
you haven't found out what? You haven't found out what?
It's hard to counter it when I'm stepping into a community where the audience doesn't have any experience, and it sounds like the podcasters don't have the experience, and then I'm trying to give a perspective on it. Honestly, one of the most mindfucky things in the world is when Fresh told me, Destiny, I just don't think you understand the world of hooking up or whatever. Like, you just don't know what you're talking about. I wanted to kill myself when I heard him say that to me. I actually wanted to off myself. But then, like, the audience will buy it because they're all like I don't want to say incels like insulting me, but a lot of them are lacking experience. Why they're in these spaces because they're trying to like figure out like, oh well, how do I fuck women or blah blah blah, right? Like, there's no like successful dude who's getting laid all the time who's like, I'm gonna go turn on Fresh and Fit tonight and watch them like kick out like 7 more girls that they're all calling old sluts because they're 26-year-olds with 2 bodies, right? Like, they're like people, normal people that are getting laid don't do that, you know.
Mike, you call your dad, bro? I just had the strangest phone call with my sister.
This is so weird. This whole thing is so weird.
They sad as hell in my hood, too, man, but I told them we good. You know why, LD?
Huh?
Because we top 20 on Spotify, my guy.
I told Allie the deal, and she needs to hear everyone's voices.
We're top 20?
Hello? Allie's on the phone.
Oh, Allie! Oh, I forgot to... Hey!
Dave?
We're okay.
Good, Allie, we good, yo. Top 20 on Spotify, baby.
4 hours. It's been like, what are you doing? You need to stop and tell everyone that you are not dead. You cannot.
This is not important at all. I'm sorry. It's just not.
What are you doing?
We need cash. Does anybody have cash? If we're going to stay at a motel tonight, we can't use a credit card. They're traceable.
What is the issue if it's traceable? You said we're doing nothing wrong.
We're not doing anything wrong.
If traceability is an issue, we were just all on the phone.
That's 2 different things, 2 different systems.
Hey, I think I see a pawn shop over there. Pawn shop.
Does anybody have anything we can pawn?
I ain't got shit. Come on, man. I'm fucking tripping, dog.
Bruh.
This is crazy, man.
There ain't nothing here anyway.
Look who's catching up.
God, you sound like you're eating gravel.
You know,
so loud.
If I wasn't on Adderall, I would be like 5,000 pounds. I can't stop. Oh, they put it out. Good for them. That's smart.
Whoa. Post Malone just dropped an I'm Drunk acoustic remix.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
That fucking tattooed rat. I literally DM'd him the second I made that song as I knew he'd be a perfect fit for it, and he didn't even respond. Get that shit taken down. Have the label take it down.
No, Dave, this could be huge.
Trying to ride my fucking death? Oh,
think about this for a second. I know I said tomorrow, but it's a down week on Billboard. Nothing new dropped.
I'm afraid there's no more.
Okay.
I'm saying it's Monday night. It's almost Tuesday. Billboard stops counting streams on Thursday.
And to help.
Are you telling me that there's a legitimate shot at a #1 here?
I'm telling you that I've been running the numbers all day long, and Peanut as an album and I'm Drunk as a single have a very good chance of being the #1 album and the #1 single in the country at the same time.
Bro. I've told you that the only way I'm going to be satisfied in life is if I have
a #1 on Billboard, I know.
I know it's a really dumb way to live your life, but
you want to be acknowledged at a given point in time by the industry as the best, and you'll have achieved your dream and be free.
I say this all the time.
A lot, yeah, but I'm listening.
So what does that mean? 2 more days and then we get number ones?
Look at me.
But that's lying.
What's lying?
That's lying. If we don't come out, and you said we agreed on tomorrow morning.
There is no lie to be told. You didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. Dave,
this
you're not on social media. You're off the grid. You're off the grid.
I'm never getting off my phone. This is the most interesting content in the world. Everyone's talking about me.
You're gone. You want to be number one? You're gone. I gotta find a way to get more radio play, like right now. I'm gonna go get food. Stay here. Don't move. I'm serious. Please.
I gotta sit here like Anne Frank all night?
You know, you kind of look like her when you shave.
Oh my God!
What? What happened?
Drake! Drake liked my last tweet. He knows who I am. I have to DM.
No! Dave,
I have to respond.
Don't do that, Dave.
I'm
Dave.
DMing LeBron.
Do you
I
want your
have
dreams
to
to come
DM
true?
these men.
Do you want your dreams to come true?
Good.
Then you gotta be patient, Dave. You said you want to rebrand. What better time to think about a rebrand than right now, in this room, by yourself? Let me do my thing, you do your thing. And then the whole world is gonna be watching when you decide to reveal finally who the real Lil Dicky is.
God damn it. Come on, Dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm on it. Good fucking shit, Mike.
Dave, it's me. It's Robin. I can't believe. Stupid.
Hello? Yeah, hi. Is this Keith? Keith, it's Jim Moreira. No, I'm an attorney. I represent David Byrd and Mike Sperry. Yes. I know it's been a long day over here. You can imagine how we feel, you know? Yeah, well, crazy thing, Mike told me about a conversation you guys had earlier, before. Yeah, no, I know. I can't imagine the guilt you're feeling. Everyone over there, really. Yeah, no, we're praying. I'm praying myself that they're missing, but the likelihood is high that they were incinerated. Uh-huh. Well, I'm curious to know, is the label gonna be supporting Dave's album posthumously? Uh-huh. The boys said, there was something about radio, maybe, that they'd get radio play, and, yeah. Well, they never really felt supported most of the time. Keith, let me call you right back, Keith.
You left these.
Thank you.
They seemed expensive. I didn't want you to lose them.
Thanks.
LD. What's that stand for?
Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan is an American soccer player, the U.S. men's team.
Ah. USA. USA.
Well, that's that. I was somewhere near Rhodes when they caught me. Till the day I die.
This is all making me feel crazy. Here's one you can weigh in on. MGK, who I've never even met, mind you, so I have no idea why he's posting about me in the first place, wrote, "I'm so sorry about what happened in Germany." What is this guy talking about? I've never even been to Germany. Is he just like apologizing in general for the Holocaust?
That's all he wrote?
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
LeBron is listening. What is this?
Yeah, very important. Got to keep this top of mind. LeBron is listening. We got to remember that. It's...
Who is LeBron? Is he a Nazi?
No. Anne, you are safe here. LeBron is actually the opposite of a Nazi. He's a crusader for justice on and off the court. He's got like schools and really carries himself well. He followed me today, so it's pretty cool.
He's tracking you?
No. Following, how do I explain the internet to Anne Frank? So every fact that exists in life can be obtained like through this box. And through this box, you can communicate with everybody on Earth, pretty much.
You know, when I was hiding from the Nazis...
LeBron could unfollow me at any moment, which is like a really troubling reality. And that's something that I need to like keep in mind as well, because I really got to figure out how I'm going to get out of this whole thing.
Get out of...
This entire situation, are you kidding? I was worried about scrutiny before. What about now? I've like opened up such a... I mean, what am I gonna do? Like go to a park and be like, I'm alive, and hope that goes over well? Like, I don't think I even fucking properly contemplated my exit strategy. You know, fuck, it's like, what are they gonna... People are gonna eat me alive, potentially, or not. But, you know, my life could end at any moment. What I mean by that is not like end my life in the way that you were clipped. I mean, like, today in America, they can kill you while you're alive, which in my opinion is worse than being dead. Although I can't speak to, I don't know how you were killed.
What the fuck
How did
are
you die? Was it
talking
like
about? What the fuck is going on?
In a camp.
in a camp, so it was like a slow death. I kind of always imagine like people running up and like Osama bin Laden style, just like, but yeah, cancel culture is a total nightmare. Yeah, you make coffee in that. Coffee? Coffee? No, it's good. I don't know if you guys even had stimulants, but did you have Adderall back then? I'm not on my Adderall. And it's, I don't know if that's why this is happening. Oh my God, they just added 6 of my songs to Rap Caviar. That's 14 million new listeners.
Is that what you want? Listeners?
Yeah.
How many listeners is enough?
That's a big question, Anne, but I don't know. You can really never have too many.
But more listeners you have, the more scrutiny, right? And scrutiny leads to feeling like everything could just end, you said, right?
Very good memory, Miss Frank.
It was 10 seconds ago.
True.
What is this? Your shirt. Whip?
Oh.
What is this?
Whip, yeah, whip.
Whip?
It's like a contemporary dance. It's actually not even that contemporary. It's pretty old at this point, but it's like, I normally have to like stand to do it well, but hey, how did you deal with all the scrutiny as far as your diary?
You know of my diary?
Oh my God, yeah, everyone knows of your diary.
Everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if every single, I mean, it's one of the most popular books of all time.
How did this happen?
How did it happen? Like, I don't understand the question. Like, how did it get published? I'll use the box. This is the advantage of the box. Okay, it says here that your diary was published by your father.
My father published my fucking diary?
And nobody came out of the Holocaust looking better than you. Oh, hey, you came across really well in the diary. You got nothing to be concerned about. Everyone loves the diary. You're like a treasure of the Holocaust. No, Anne, no, you're safe. You're safe here. Where are you going?
Hey, we gotta go. Els is over it. I almost keyed a man in the face, and Gata's ramping up real bad.
Leave now?
Yeah, we gotta go. We should go. I bought a van, by the way, so I'll meet you out front with it. We need to keep control of the narrative.
The narrative.
Here, meet me out front.
Wow. Oh fuck.